in the day.
Okay, now we just started, so that was a perfect capture.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to...
Oh, shut up.
I was gonna welcome our Hong Kongians. Fight on, comrades.
Maybe...
Wow.
I don't know if comrade would be the best word to use there. Like... I legitimately don't know if the Chinese Communist Party,
really,
quote unquote Communist Party, has that claim.
In Hong Kong?
Not enough.
I mean, people that you don't wave at when you pass them in the hallway.
Not enough for the joke. Okay.
Yeah.
That was hard.
Until they all start wearing the same color and it starts to get all the same haircut and you like
at some point you gotta say, well, China's big idea to fight capitalism is to become better capitalist.
They're doing it. Oh no! They're succeeding.
Yep.
Yeah, they own the U.S.
Basically.
Also, Jordan recording our sessions. I can't run for any more office anymore. Or any more political office.
No. I'm glad because at least you start thinking about what you're saying.
Yeah. I try to just naturally have a filter to make sure all the bad doesn't come out.
If you heard what's happening on Thursday, no, that's...
Ooh.
Well, when you're in the Underdark.
Mm-hmm. That's your excuse,
That is...
When you're in the Underdark for like a year, yeah.
Are we talking about
it changes a person.
Or out of game?
The Underdark. The Underdark always changes.
In the Underdark for 14 months now.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
It changes people. I saw that.
Wait a second, so 14 months like in real world and in game or just...
In game is about like a year and a half. Yeah, actually.
Wow. Weird. Yeah, it's been about that. Dude.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Those time skips, man.
Yeah. Every fucking week.
I got my mech suit ready back up.
Yeah, just every couple of weeks, once the party's done something important, just be like, yeah, you guys get like a week or two off. And then so it starts to line more up with real world time.
Downtime is really nice when you can do that with your story. Mm-hmm. The problem is I don't know how to run a story like that.
Downtime.
That does travel
pretty much
out of the frying pan and into the fire.
I mean, the closest you did the downtime was Berlin Chronicles.
Yeah. That actually had some.
Okay, now you spend like 13 years growing up.
Yeah.
There's your downtime.
You get your time skip. Go have fun with it. Yep. I still really want to do a campaign like that again.
I would love to be in another campaign like that again.
Mm-hmm.
Though not to be the same character that just...
Hey, if y'all ever want to do
that admittedly was one where...
You were Spider-Man?
No. It was one of those where it's like, from a writing point of view, I'm like, okay, I think your character was in the highest position, socially speaking.
Yeah.
So they had the hardest to fall.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, and had some of the strongest connections to people in world. So had a family that meant something and had some connections. And there was a lot of basically the family's hey, we kind of fucked the world up.
We made a deal with Satan.
Hell?
We didn't mean to.
And it's basically that moment of oh God, this is all my family's fault. And to some degree, it makes it feel like it's also my fault.
Well, it was
rough.
It was that, and then it was that I was so manic at the time, I was just making every bad possible decision I could make.
Yeah, so it did steer that way, which that's part of the reason why I'd love to have seen where that would have gone, just from either... it was on a path to either literally ending the world... or that redemptive arc. There was no middle ground there.
I mean, there would have had to been a strong pull to get her out of drunken stupor.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
It got pretty bad.
Where are you yet to experience that?
This speak of
bad.
Reminded me of this.
Good.
Have you ever
There's
run or been a part of a game where it was essentially kind of run like open world, where essentially like the DM or DMs, whatever it is, they put the world in front of you and just were like, what do you want to do? It's essentially like the idea of like they have like little pockets of things that the DM like planned that that they may not tell them directly, but it's like, oh, there's like a mountain that looks kind of ominous, and there might be like something that's, oh, there's like a castle, but maybe that's something
Great
interesting.
to have a good DM.
You ever done anything like that, or been a part of like one of those?
That sounds just like what you did.
Yeah,
Here's the sandbox.
I don't know if I've
timer's
played
going.
in one of those. I'm trying to remember. I've definitely run those. A lot of the games I run, I tend to run them like sandbox light, where it's a lot of like, hey, what do you guys want to do? Because just having a world, that's one of the big differences. Like, trying to run something like, say, Skyrim or Oblivion as a DM is
that'd be
wasted potential. You spend way too much time having timelines that the players never cross.
Yeah, it's a video game. It can have the luxury of like the player can choose at any time to return. And
you'll notice a lot of those are built around this idea of the timer doesn't start until the player's involved, and that's basically how you run those worlds.
Yeah.
If I wanted to run something like that, though, I would want a legitimate timeline of like, I don't know. I've always wanted to do a full, like, you're in a kingdom that either is immediately under coup or is heading towards coup. And the main storyline isn't actually the coup. The coup is the background where the players decide if they want to get involved with it or not. I want them to be immediately focused on anything but that, but to then have that be
active in the community.
Yeah. Do you want to take part in this? Prevent this? Stage your own coup?
Yes.
Like, I want that intersection of like, how do you want to interact with that element?
Yeah, because like I've looked it up a little bit like the last week or two, and like the thing that I see, well, like I wouldn't say it was like a common thing, but it was like the thing that people cited as like the classic was like the idea of like there's the evil necromancer building up his death army the whole time, and so if the players never bother to look into that or to try and stop it, it'll just keep growing until like they really don't stand a chance against it, and then it's hey, go throw your parties to death, and then the new campaign will start.
Or you take that and you go, this is my cheaty way to perfectly balance it, where whatever level the players hit when they decide to face the necromancer, that's the CR of the encounter, probably plus 1 or 2 to make it a really epic fight. In terms of, hey, are you fighting zombies? Are you fighting ghouls? Does he have like mummies coming at you? Like that can be one of the fun cheatsy ways to be like, okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm putting a vampire lord in the world. I'm putting a somebody of influence and power in the world. That influence and power will grow. Whether the players decide, I want to do this now or later, that's how you approach it. And if you really want to push that envelope, you start having world events based around that, where it's like,
classy.
Oh no, the vampire lord's been abducting people, and you're like, crap, they abducted the blacksmith. I can't get armor anymore. Oh, well, we'll just go to the next town. It's fine. Like,
what about my +2 sword? Damn it!
Yeah, he was halfway through constructing it before he got abducted. Like, there's plenty of little ways where you're like, you've created a pocket now where players are like, damn it, I want my sword. I'm going to go kill that guy. And it's like, you don't care that he's like threatening the world or plans in this. He took your +1 sword. Damn it.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the more roleplay game like experience I get, the more I realize that just what I have to like figure out or make work is the fact that I'm just a player, and as a player I want things, and so if my character has a certain mindset which keeps me the player from having fun, I'm like, that's not fun. So I kind of have to have a character who like will do the crazy things that I, the player, would want to do.
See, I like him.
The second level of that, though, is then going, this is not only a game for me, but for the table.
Yes.
Let me create a character that both I and my table like.
I like him. I like him.
See, don't get me wrong. I've seen plenty of people on a journey through like the role-playing spectrum, if you want to call it that.
My apologies for lack of clarification. Like,
No, that's fine. Like, I don't mean to claim that's how you're playing or how you want to play, but it's something I always like to throw in there because a lot of people I've played with in public games go, well, I'm here, entertain me. And it's like, no, we're here. Let us entertain each other.
Collective storytelling.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's called collective.
So, I brought both my character sheets.
Okay.
Bob and the Major.
There may be a transition at some point in time.
Bob?
No, it's not Bob.
Is it Billy Bob?
No.
No. Dear God, no.
So,
That would be
would
fun
you
with
like
that.
me to do some reputation and wealth rolls?
Yeah, start those up.
I don't think I ever did that for Doom. I don't expect
Yeah,
it to
you've
last
got
long.
your background for the character as well.
That's awesome.
It
I want to
probably
say
doesn't last
add a
long.
+2 to
He
your
wants to fight,
reputation,
period.
whatever you end up
Well,
rolling.
it does have standard pluses in the background. For that.
Oh, yeah, because you're going dilettante.
Yeah.
But being a higher level, I want to say like +2 to both.
Well,
Through
the
just basic
reputation is
advancement.
+2, the wealth is +6.
Yeah, but it's
Wait,
still
what?
it's a nudge.
So,
That's
do
dilettante.
His
you
back-
wanna
the background
buy
is
it
money.
by one?
Yeah, that's true.
Sure, yeah.
He's a
Okay,
dilettante.
that'll work.
And add a +1 to all
He
my
has
bonuses.
diplomatic immunity.
And we're past 5th level, so I figured, hey, give it a little bump.
Just a little bump.
Just a little bump.
I got a little into trying to say that line and spit all over my screen.
Don't
So
do that.
that's a 7 reputation.
Nice. Fairly well known.
Oh, and only a 10 wealth.
Oh, only him.
Only.
I think Barry rolled crazy good and he had a 9.
Well,
What a shame.
that
I got helped by the DM. I'm not ashamed to say it.
You got paid.
I got paid.
yeah, but
That's why you're here.
she is
Mercenary.
supposed to. This is more like her personal wealth and not the family's wealth.
Yes, that is a big important difference to make.
Yeah.
Because the family wealth may be turning on fire.
Or quite a bit higher.
So I'm not thinking of much for inventory on her. Like you said, these executives and stuff like to carry laser weapons because
They're lightweight,
mm,
they're flashy, they look nice. All
So-
those classics.
she'd have a good one of those and maybe like a business suit, fashionable but sensible shoes. You know, it's all Space Armani.
Oh, yeah, the best. That being said,
Space Armani. Oh my gosh.
you mentioned that very much so a fighter. Is that also in terms of personality? Are you somebody who's like ye olde aristocrats, where it's like I know how to use a sword, I've been properly trained, it's part of who I am?
Okay, so her motivation in this whole thing is like, I fucking own this space station. I'm taking it back.
Yep, you've got
And-
shares
Yeah.
in it for the money.
So
So yeah, if you're like, I'm doing it myself, then I would imagine your Space Armani clothing, as it were, probably has some sort of built-in armor. I don't know if you have built a class that has a good natural AC or not. I'm trying to
I took
figure...
Battle Mind, so I got Mage Armor.
Okay.
It gives me a 15 AC, but I figure there's no difference between a 15 and an 18 AC because you either roll horribly or really well.
That is my dice luck. It's true. It's. I have spoken with other DMs about it on Twitter, and one of the examples I brought up was basically pulling 4th edition mechanics of you start your turn next to an enemy, so you take damage, so I don't have to roll. And it's just a flat number, so it's not spiking low or high.
Average.
Yeah, you get the sheer mathematical average. Oh, yeah.
In the bathroom, like somebody wrote on the wall, just like a little bit, like humidity, just like really tiny and like pretty. So I wrote a huge, ugly humidity like over it, so like their humidity is like tiny, like inside my huge H.
But yeah, just like nice, fashionable designer utility belt. Old shit.
Batman?
Okay. See, I was imagining something along the lines of like you've got that, as you mentioned, Space Armani, but they've either woven in, I was going to say, like armored threads, making it effectively a light armor of some sort, or
She's not a dexterous person.
yeah, or taking it the other side and going, if you'd picked a class that does boost your AC in some way, go, okay, it's got the like shielding prototype built into it.
Oh yeah.
So it's basically you've got a free shield generator on it.
Oh yeah, sure. And like just a few batteries.
Yeah, well, See, that's the wonder behind it. You can design it so it's got materials that it picks up on bodily movement and rotation and stuff like that to generate power.
Oh, like the
like
Harry Dresden thing.
Like
Dance for your
Panther.
weapons.
Yeah.
Dance for your
I
weapons.
love that idea.
So basically, it's going to be 10 temporary hit points every short rest.
Okay.
So as long as you've got that time to basically recharge the batteries, it's good to go. And it's something where I almost want to even push it to being able to use fortune points to say, oh, I've walked enough, it's recharged.
Yeah, because we've never had a short rest once in this game.
Yeah. So I figured that's not a bad way to do it.
Yeah.
The way my games tend to run you.
I think we did have one
We did
short
one.
rest
One.
because we ate food. I
One.
remember that. I
No,
remember
that's long rest.
That's long.
Oh,
Long rests
never mind.
require food.
No, we had one short
We've
rest.
had short
because
rests.
we had food.
I know
Long
we
rest,
ate food with it though.
No,
so
we
it's
tried a short rest, and
Yes.
then it got interrupted.
It got
Remember when I
interrupted.
took a shower, or Giselle took a shower?
That was when we first woke up. That was
No, the
Oh,
second shower.
yeah.
when I
The second
mutated.
shower.
Yeah, that was a short rest for you guys. At
no,
least.
that was like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Your
And we
character's
were,
now
like,
worked
doing
2
other
showers
shit.
into a death scenario.
Yeah,
She's probably the cleanest person on here, so that,
I mean,
that's fair.
that was the goal.
We were exploring, and you took like a 10-minute shower and came out looking white because you got mutated.
A little worse for wear, admittedly.
Yeah.
You see, some people pay for this,
That's true.
so
They all picked that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get it free.
get rid of the wrinkles and the freckles.
I mean, if you want to think about it in that sense, this entire station is still corporate property. You have been arguably looting it and putting it to use to survive, but one could argue you owe somebody as a result.
Would you like to have a look at my new character sheet?
Sure. Out of curiosity.
Forgive the horrible writing, and if
That's-
you can't understand it,
It's better than mine, so you're good to go.
I look at it as a.
it's probably about
Unwilling
10 or 12
bounty
words
hunter.
there, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I look at the station as an unwilling bounty hunter.
What?
It's like we don't owe anything.
Well,
We-
that
we're
all
kinda-
depends on who
We're
owns it,
helping,
right?
we're helping to clear the station beforehand. Right?
Right.
And
I
then
mean-
you meet my new character, and she's like going to give you an itemized bill.
Itemized list. To which the proper response is, all right, here's the itemized list of my service.
Right.
I didn't ask to be here, and you didn't ask for me to be here. So we'll just have to work it out.
No. Everybody did ask to be here.
Oh, these groups. Yes,
Yes.
that is true.
Everybody who didn't ask to be here is the major or dead or an NPC.
This is true. Okay. Let's get some dice rolls.
Yeah.
Roll that d20. Ooh, I got a 1. Congratulations to me.
I got a 1 as well.
I got a 20.
Wow, this is...
I also got a 20. Burn the crit on this.
That's insane. We were at 8
Just got
fortune.
16.
Well,
So we got
9
5
fortune.
5 white and 4 black.
Nice.
So when
I don't know
they're
if
when
I
they're
wanna
when
burn
they're
that.
all black, because they will be all black at some point, is that just
Oh, God.
immediate death to all?
No.
No.
The sun
It's-
explodes.
It's
Maybe.
only when it fills up that I tend to do hard moves against you.
The sun's gonna explode.
That being said, if we ever get to a point where it's all white, I mean, you're free to suggest something. I, of course, will DM fiat it if it's like, no, the
Red
space
Gazelle?
cruiser can't show up and destroy everything.
Yep.
Oh, we can
let's
get
let's
Gazelle,
work,
right?
Let's
Yeah, there you
work to that.
Barry shows up and he's okay.
No. No, Gazelle.
Whoa.
We find
I hope so.
alien technology, and it is much better than ours.
Is that good or
I mean,
bad?
that's bad. That's real bad.
I mean,
That's
no, we
problems.
find it and change it.
Oh, yeah.
So we
Oh, my.
loot it.
In the
Let
alien
me
ship, there's a
rephrase.
second.
We loot alien technology.
On this
And it's
alien
much-
ship, which just crashed into this human space station,
I
there
put
is
that as
another
a gray
alien ship.
area because one, it
Yeah,
does
yeah.
mean you've got it, but it also means that's their default. But
Vaguely
I
sounds
do
a-
like those ideas.
I
That
like-
would be a yes. I'm good with this.
I like the idea of like there's an alien ship crashed into this alien ship that's crashed into our human space station.
I mean, it's possible. There's only one way to find out.
Right.
Okay, God, I need to clean up who the players
So
currently are in this.
Crit on
It's such a
19
mess.
20 now.
That's pretty cool.
And I rolled 4.
Yes, well, I mean, you can mark it down Shadoom, or you can
Well,
use this
only with
nickname,
your
Berry
sword,
2, whichever
right?
you like.
Only with one, whatever
there's
you
a
got weapon. Right?
What?
Because you got that upgrade on one of the weapons.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, on the
one.
rapier.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I would have stayed with the
Because
major,
fighters have that.
next level, I would have got the improved critical that fighter gets.
Yeah, fighter
So
gets
that would have
anything.
been 19 through 20 for everything else besides the sword, which would have been 18 through 20.
Brutal. Yeah, that's a lot of crits. God, what is that from? I'm trying to remember. That's a lot of nuts.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah.
Pornhub?
No. I mean, good guess.
I mean,
That's what I was thinking.
It kind of sounds like it.
That's what it is. It's from, I can't remember the name of it, but it's one of those movies where they took old kung fu movies and dubbed over it. And then, yeah, Kung Pao Under the Fist.
Yeah.
That's a lot of nuts. That's what it's from. Okay, happy.
And that suddenly reminds me of the Onion movie and Cock Puncher.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Sounds terrific.
Thank you, Hong Kong, for producing these movies that we can view.
Actually, those were both American movies.
I don't regret anything I just said right now. Keep fighting.
Okay. Minis. Mini.
Why are you so soft?
Who need the minis?
Cashmere.
Is
I
it?
mean, I'll take a mini. You can just like put them on the board.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get your
No, for reals.
purple back.
Goodwill.
Flawless.
Damn.
Yep.
Mini.
Yes, please.
What? What? Nice.
I don't have my major minis.
Friend is looking
Character
fresh.
It's going to be a stand-in for
Fresh.
until she
I think
leaves.
that was it.
There it is.
I'm just randomly placing
I
them.
know it was purple. Okay.
Yep, got the little flag in back.
Yeah.
Or not flag, the little shoulder pauldron.
I can help.
To build out the rest of this.
I hate myself right now.
Why's that?
Chocolate, marshmallows, everything.
Pretzels.
I hate it.
You're just feeling your teeth disintegrating in their skull. Been there.
It's nice.
No, it's really not.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Oh, also, can I do this on while we're recording? I gave you a pile of shit for bringing bananas and apples for snack here, and I apologize publicly because eating healthy is a good fucking thing to do, and I'm trying to do it now, and I'm failing it horribly. So you're
so
doing
hard.
good. I'm sorry.
I like you mentioned this on the day that I just brought like a milkshake that I was destroyed in like a minute.
Hey, we
Teamwork.
can't be perfect all the time.
Timing's everything.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I just thought about it. Like, I gave him shit for him just eating healthy. Why did I do that?
Peer pressure.
Because you're an asshole.
I am an asshole. But you know what? Like,
You're an asshole.
I feel like that's my public face, which is real sad.
I'm only an asshole.
The
in public.
I
defense
think
secretary.
that's just your national face.
I think it's my coping skill, which
I
is
mean, that's
really sad.
that's a legitimate thing, though.
like,
There's,
it's really saddens me that how I cope.
Yeah, you really sadden me sometimes too.
I'm sorry.
see, now he's doing it.
Just a human thing. Humans.
Can we rise above the
No.
human?
No.
Can we become more?
Rise above it.
I am more than human.
Beep, boop, beep.
There you go.
I mean, certainly our robot overlord's good, but no.
Oh, did you write down my saying the other
There.
day?
They call me the cavalry.
Beep, beep, beep.
It's good.
Leave. Believe.
I believe in miracles. There's no
Close enough.
It's funny because
We can theater of the mind
stories
that
where
part.
like AI go wild and try to like kill humanity. I'm like, humanity probably started that shit.
Oh yeah.
And
Blame humans.
Have you seen some of the chatbots that have been created? And you're like, oh, they learned from us.
yeah.
We
And-
did this.
And then I read like the Philip K. Dick story, the android stream of electric sheep. And I was like, God, these androids, they're just irredeemable. They don't have empathy. I
Yep.
mean, this actually works.
Yep.
That's
That-
the
that
irony
book-
behind it. Is
That
it's
book
like
was amazing.
we're so scared of creating basically like clones of ourselves that it's like let's do anything but that. It's like you're just dooming yourself even more. We need that,
Yep.
and you just gotta trust. That's the hardest thing for us to do because we're like, I need an off button for when they rise up against us.
Yep.
Where's my off
Yep.
button?
It's called a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine like robots just having their own country somewhere?
Yes, I can.
That would be.
It'd be a nice place. It'd be a clean place.
Yeah, that's true. No, they will fucking kill people. There's no as soon as they realize that the people are like destroying the earth, they will be like, why do we need these guys here?
Why would they care about destroying the
They're
earth?
the problem.
They
They
like
are
the
the
robot
problem.
Trump. Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Oh man.
What have we done?
We have to have a ban
Oh,
on the minute.
that reminds me. That was
At that point, yeah.
Make America robot again.
Those like Matrix like animated
Oh yeah,
little shorts.
the Animatrix.
Yeah. The I don't know why, but just that I mean they're all good, but just that one part where they're like talking about how the robots goes up against like stuff. Like I don't know why, but I just love that little part where they're like they used to look like us, but they grew to hate us so much that they just made themselves look as different as possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
Okay, so we find ourselves back at the station.
Ooh.
This is a kind of rough layout. Basically, imagine your classic control room where it fills back quite a bit more. But as there's
Use theater of the
basically
mind.
nothing else that. But we have it right here.
I have it right there. I can't just can't see it.
Theater of the mind.
Can you see it?
But as I don't want to necessarily have to build all of these out, basically imagine continuous rows, banks of computers. Your classic, almost NASA-style Houston control room.
Is it rather warm in here?
Yeah,
They learned
it's
the cooling.
probably at like what 84 degrees Fahrenheit.
Ooh, it's. I'm sweating. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but also there's just like a dude like right behind you just breathing on your neck, just like sorry, I'm trying to get through, trying to get through.
excuse me.
Hey, get off that. Get out of that.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to need a introduction to your character, Robert.
Oh, this should be good.
Yep. So I'm assuming you are probably familiar with boss lady, Madame Calhoun. She was probably sent out here as, like board-appointed liaison, that kind of stuff. I'm imagining you've got shares in this station. Not necessarily majority, but...
Well, I figure the family has something like 41%, and it's not a majority,
Yeah,
but it's bigger than everybody else.
Exactly what I'm thinking, yeah. Where you might be competing with some other larger corporations and whatnot, where it's like some of them may have another 20, maybe even one with a 30%, but it's very clearly like when people are talking about this station, you own it, is the way that it's talked about, even though technically you don't. But welcome to corporate culture, that doesn't matter.
So is Major done right now?
No, she's not dead yet.
Oh,
Yep.
Yet.
Yeah, I mean,
Deciding how this goes.
We're working on
It's
it.
good. You're good. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just typing away.
that being said, this part of the station, this floor, a lot of the
Homework.
what is it?
This isn't as good as the other one.
Barracks offshoots have escape pod accesses connected to them. One was launched just to test it out. Seemed good. Majority of the staff here is getting ready to evacuate as well. Madame Calhoun is basically sticking behind right now because your job is to keep her safe.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to be hanging out with you.
Your job.
You were.
I had a very limited backstory. I was like, I'm a mercenary, so yeah. I'm one of her hires. Just to keep it simple. Keep
Thorax was not very.
Yeah, Thorax was. And
I think we also established that's why Shadoom's here. Is that he was like,
poor Thorax.
whatever.
Yeah, Shadoom is more like station regular crew or station security.
I can't remember which. So whichever you say.
Yeah, I'd probably lean security. Seems the type. But I don't know. So yeah, not directly in charge of protecting her, but she's on here. She's executive. There's definitely a sense of they get top priority in who to protect because they tend to pay you more when you do that. So
I'm gonna save you while I hold up my hand for a tip.
No. You save and then you ask for the tip.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's rude and you don't get the tip.
A tip should be based on service.
This is true, yes. Which bugs me to no end when they're like, hey, you're ordering a pizza online. Please give the tip before it's delivered. And it's like,
yeah.
I will do it in person.
And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then like 2 hours later, my pizza shows up. And
2 hours,
Yeah. And I'm like, well...
And then you already pay for the delivery. And so they expect you to add more to what the delivery.
Tip the actual driver. Which, to be fair, yeah. It's weird American culture. I'd prefer they just get paid, but
more than $2.50 an hour.
Yep. In the meantime,
America.
I will continue to pay them more
Yeah.
because I usually only call them when it's a snowpocalypse outside.
Right.
Not like today where it's just lightly snowing. Okay.
Yeah, yesterday.
So with staff and crew all getting ready to basically like jettison the ship.
So you want to do a little scene with the Major first, so she can like make her exit?
Yeah. They're basically looking for like, all right, who of you want to go with us? At this point, it's abandoned ship. We're going to get to the nearest corporate outpost, which is probably going to be on Europa. We're going to see if we can contact some sort of cruiser or carrier ship and basically just have them pop up to take care of this problem. That being said, Miss Calhoun is still here looking at things and going, we are boots on the ground. I'm willing to pay anybody who sticks behind for basically like she's willing to give you a 5% license fee on any tech you pull off of that alien ship, which admittedly 5% not bad for who the hell knows what this tech is. It's gotten some of the people there like question, but a lot of them are also looking themselves over and going like, we've been run ragged, I'm in no condition for this, I'm gonna leave with my life.
I mean, the Major is looking pretty rough.
Yeah.
Like I said, she's got like 33 hit points and no healing left.
Yeah, and has spent how frequently have you visited a medical bed in the past 48 hours?
It's been quite a bit.
Like it can do a fairly good job, but you're seeing like instead of it being regular healing where you get like scar tissue afterwards, you're getting that like it's healed up pretty nicely because of some of the effects and various compounds and glues that they're capable of using for the skin, but even then you're starting to notice like, okay, yeah, I'm getting like skin discoloration from the scarring that it provides, and it's like, okay, it's adding up.
And she's just like, all right, Calhoun, I can appreciate money as much as the next person, but we have no plan on how to destroy this or what we're going up against. I'm out.
That's fine by me. The offer's on the table for the rest of you, of course. 5% on anything you find on that ship. And if you help take care of the problem here, well, I can't offer too much in that regard. I'm only a representative for the board. I can't offer you shares in this station or anything of that sort. I can definitely put in a good word for any sort of payment for services rendered by the station in terms of resources, supplies, weapons, ammunition, medical treatment that you have undergone. I will see if I can get most of that waived if you continue to assist me. If you leave, though, I see no reason aside from your standard compensation of protecting me to guard you from any of the board's demands in terms of monetary payback.
I am here to ease your pain. Beep boop.
Well said, friend.
Which one of you two owns the droid?
Owns? Who owns you?
Calhoun, we found them in
So
the
you probably found me just like disabled in the armory.
I
just broke the seal.
No, wait.
Like
I like the idea better of. So I was commanded to guard the armory. I like the idea of like I go to guard the armory. I'm there alone for a few hours, and then there's just a droid like off in the corner, and I'm just like, okay, that's whatever. Another hour goes by, and I draw a smiley face on it. Another hour goes by, I'm like, maybe it can turn on. It just turns on by itself.
Okay. So then she'd look at friend and go, well, you're corporate property, so you don't get much of a say in this regard.
I have no feelings one way or the other. Yeah, there you go.
Nice.
And the major's like, okay, best of luck, you guys. I mean, you're just a bunch of randos I ran into, so I guess we're allies. But good luck. I'm out. She hops into a pod and jettisons.
Okay, so you follow the rest of them as they make their way over to the barracks. Some of the side barracks have access to those external walls. You pile in with some of the rest of them. Hit that jettison, and you see that vessel starting to careen off towards Europa.
Okay, major out. And
Yep.
this is how I see Dominique. She like comes in, sees all the people leaving, concentrates for a minute, and casts thermology. What's the name of that cantrip?
Oh, thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy. Thaumaturgy. And a voice 3 times as loud as normal. She like yells, "What the hell is going on, Calhoun? I told you to fucking secure my property. Why are all these people leaving? And who are these assholes? How many assholes are on this ship?"
Well, right now it's just us 4.
Please relax.
So many. I mean, there's a lot of robot ones.
You don't have an asshole, so she didn't count you. That's fair, right?
I was about to make that joke, but thank you.
I was one step ahead.
Nice.
It's outside of their contract. They are service personnel. They are not security personnel. The majority of the security personnel are dead, with exception of this one here.
They call me the cavalry. Beep boop.
Yeah, that's my name.
And somebody's messed with a droid.
Find out who it was. They need to pay for its reconditioning.
Of course.
Shit.
Damn, you gotta lose best friend.
No.
Alright, so. Alright.
Sad Hulk walking
Just like,
Just make the note, steal friend, stay together.
well, fuck. Since nobody can do anything fucking right on a station, I'm going to have to do it myself. Here's the deal. You help me, I see that you get paid. First, we secure my fucking property. Take care of that AI, maybe explore this alien ship, and find my new toys, and then there's something wrong with the bottom of the fucking station. We gotta find out what that's going on down there.
They mentioned something about a parasite.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
quite frankly, I don't know who the fuck you are. And
Fight!
Actually, roll reputation. 18. Yeah, you have no idea who she is.
I don't know who the fuck you are. Calhoun's my employer. She's the reason I'm here.
Calhoun is my bitch. That's who I am.
I'm board liaison. I will make sure our relationship is specifically defined.
Would you like to tell her what shit's been going on?
Such a lovely personality.
Or would you like me to tell her?
Only what I've been told, which is there is some sort of parasitic life form living on the bottom 3 decks of this station, which have been separated from the top and then reconnected by that same parasitic life form.
Parasitic.
It appears to be attracted to psychics.
And what can it do?
They didn't say too much about it. They had a member of their party, shall we say, become infected by it and seem to display aberrant behavior with a mixture of aberrant psychic manifestations. So,
you say?
A tit-for-tat sort of situation, it seems.
Stronger?
As in different. I don't know if they specifically...
Which one have you seen us?
None of us.
I
just left.
I point to the escape pod.
I actually ran into her.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
in the hallway. That's right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, we fought with each other.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
You remember?
I was the reason because.
Oh yeah, you fucking asshole.
Actually, I was not the reason.
I'm glad you said it out loud. But yeah.
Ow! Oh.
Dirty looks.
What could this parasite
Need the
do?
bottom of the table.
So what can this parasite do?
Quite frankly, to eat your mind, but...
Yeah, I like the person who was most afraid of the parasite is now describing it.
Yeah.
That's
It was horrifying. It was 9 feet tall, it had fangs, it was scary. It ate up my candy.
Best way to go.
I just want to say that it eats your mind. The person who I came in contact with was not normal, nor 100% human any longer.
Did she have any enhanced abilities?
They, not she any longer, they had a hive mind, which I believe enhanced their abilities quite well.
If we could get a sample of this, we could weaponize it. This would be good for the corporation.
They are already a weapon that
Psionics Division definitely would be interested.
Yes.
Well, at the very least, that makes it very clear we don't need it destroyed, we need it captured.
Exactly.
Have you been able to... So I'm going to assume you had actually spent some time in here with the alien prisoner that you had collected.
Imagine chorus in this conversation.
Oh god, that would be great. Well, that it could go 2 different ways. Yeah. It'd be interesting. I'm assuming you haven't gained anything else out of the prisoner in the brig?
Stoic. That's describing it gently.
Well, I just don't think you're asking the right questions, quite frankly.
No, it legitimately has not made a noise since it's gotten here.
I just want to see it. Where is it?
I'd like to take a swing at it if you don't mind, Miss Calhoun.
As long as you don't mean physically, of course.
Oh, no.
Additional research required.
Well, sure. Let Mr. fucking expert over there do it.
I hired him myself. I'm aware of his capabilities. He may not be perfectly specialized for this job, but at this point, if we can get the damn thing to speak, it's a move in the right direction, in my opinion.
Well, you're the diplomat, and you couldn't do it, but let's see what he's capable of.
It's worth a shot.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so before we go on, I'd just like to say, I'm playing this character kind of over the top, and if you want me to tone it down a bit, just
nah. Nah, you just came in pistols firing, and I was just like,
you gotta respect a good bitch queen.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah.
Okay, personally, I respect any character in games who come off.
No. I'm just saying, like, as a player, I would never play a character like that because I wouldn't have fun like that. But I get how other people could.
I also don't think I could pull it off very well as a player. As a DM, I find it a bit easier because,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Right? Swift kick and escape pod.
Oops.
I mean, I do not like playing evil characters, but just after the comments about the Major's awful evil, I was like, yeah, let's do that.
Let's explore that. Yeah, like what happened? Like that is the one exception for evil characters I will allow, and it's when it is evil because of evil in the D&D sense because of selfishness. Anything else, and it starts to go, I don't think you're going to gel with a team ever. Like at best, it's the classic rogue where it's like, yeah, but what if it was my money?
Right.
And it's like, okay, it's roguish, it's fun in quotes.
Risking PvP.
Yeah, that boundary.
PvP.
Even with that selfishness, you can definitely hit that same area, but it takes either longer to get there or you see it coming, as opposed to...
as long as you don't mind her being a bit abusive, she gels with the party in that she sees them as assets to get her what she wants.
Yeah, like it's as callous as it is to think of it this way. When you have a hyper-capitalist looking at people as resources, you go, I take care of my resources. I don't waste those.
Right.
I take care of my people because they are resources. If I enhance their abilities, they are better resources. But if they're at risk of leaving me, why would I spend any money on something that will walk away? Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, that's why lawful evil is one where I'm like, you can make it work. But it is something where I appreciate all right, we'll set the boundaries for it and make sure it is something where it's like, we'll talk it out if it gets uncomfortable or legitimately out of game irritating.
Think of what's the example of lawful evil is like the devil. Like the devil.
Yeah.
He's evil because like what he does is not as ethically correct, but he's doing it in a smart way. Like he's not like showing up and says like, "Hey, I want your soul. What you want for it?" He's doing it the smart way, smooth. But you're not very charismatic, so sorry.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Which has its own sort of fun to it, admittedly.
Yeah, what's your charisma over there?
10.
Yeah, that's about right. It's that you know how to talk to people, but to some degree you don't care.
Right.
Yeah, it's like she is trained in persuasion and intimidation. So it's like when it counts, she does know how to talk to people. And just right now, she's in a mood because
your station's on fire.
Yeah, and something I forgot to mention.
What do you look like?
She is a tall, stocky woman that's very muscular. Not so that she's bulky, just very athletic in tone. Short as black hair, stylish. And her eyes both look dead.
Okay.
Friend just stares you in the eyes. No life detected.
Medical attention.
And I don't mean that she looks like she's dead. And
yeah.
I mean, like the eyes actually look like they're dead and atrophied.
Physically dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So weapon. What can I have?
You going more strength?
Yes.
You could go laser sword if you wanted to. If you want something finicky, you can go with a prototype plasma sword. More damage, but
knuckles, breast knuckles.
1s and 2s are bad news.
Oh god, I would so like to do that.
I mean, it's metagaming, but my character has the extra strength laser sword. If you want to go plasma, just have fun with it. Like metagame for fun.
Yeah, except when 1s or 2s are bad on a plasma sword, that usually means it like blows up or something.
It will not destroy the weapon outright. You're looking at...
I think she was meaning more destroying the character.
I mean, damage could potentially occur to you, the surrounding area, that kind of thing.
Meaning you're going first or last.
That being said, we do have fortune, so you can mitigate that a bit. But
I got to do it. I got to do it.
going for it.
Yeah, and like I said, I got the laser sword that the Major gave me that I can give you, and that can be like your main thing if the plasma thing ever feels too dangerous.
I mean, she got a toy.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that they built, and she got the first one.
Like, I am playing with this levels. Okay. So, here's what you're looking at statistics-wise. On a 1 or a 2, it has a fault, which will be determined by another d20 roll to determine how bad it is.
Okay.
Lower or worse, in that case.
Okay.
Outside of that, you're looking at a 3d8 weapon normally. This is raw plasma fire. You're cutting through things.
Can I have any upgrades for it?
Because it's a prototype, no.
Okay.
Yep, the tech hasn't quite worked out for it. And I'm giving it the usual bump the die type up by 1 when you're dual wielding it.
Oh, that's so awesome.
It's
Especially if
3d10?
for some reason we get to level 13, because with a strong hero, with a versatile weapon, you're always considered holding it with 2 hands.
Nice.
Yeah. But, yeah, we're not going to get to level 13.
Not soon, at the very least.
It's good to have long-term goals, though.
Yeah.
Gives you something to strive for.
Think positive.
Yeah. You'll make it. You'll get there.
Gotta believe.
Yeah. I'll probably say you've had the weapon fault on you at least once before, and it was just one of those where, like, it just stopped. Containment continued, but the weapon just fizzled out and needed to be repaired by somebody, one of the technical staff. They got it up and running again and basically gave you the spiel of like, yeah, it's still faulty. It's running into problems with overheating, wiring melting, containment field failures. Just basically runs through a full list of like, yeah, be aware of these things, but I'm not going to tell you to put it down.
They're definitely not going to tell her.
Exactly.
But yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you're basically dealing with something that it has a force containment field around it to contain the heat as well as the actual like physical plasma.
That's just that little every time.
So did you read her mutations?
No, I did not read the mutations though.
Okay, so for negative side, she is blind.
Makes sense.
For the positive side, she has the extrasensory perception, which
Nice.
gives her a blind sense up to 30 feet. And she has the agility one, which just increases her walking speed.
Nice.
Wait, so you can walk faster than you can see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're
Okay.
walking, the field moves out, so...
It is the weird thing about a turn-based game where you're
Mm-hmm.
like, you can't see where you're moving. Technically, you do as you walk over there, but yeah, it's there's no good way
Yeah.
to really like
I mean,
compensate for the. You move a little bit, and then you see more stuff, and then you move it.
I mean,
It would need to be a video
basically-
game at that point.
Basically, the idea is if she's moving beyond her range, she knows where she wants to go, or if there's like an enemy behind her range, she can get an approximate location by hearing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Other perceptive senses, yeah.
So
Basically,
essentially
it's
Daredevil.
yeah,
Kinda.
it's disadvantage at anything out of that 30-foot range for perception, though. I think, and then sight fails, or maybe it's just sight automatically fails at that range
yes, sight automatically fails
after the 30 feet.
Yeah, because I did take the blinded.
Yeah, which is always fun to throw in.
What about those spells that anything that you
Requires
can see?
sight. Yeah. That was like,
Yeah,
It's like
that's a cool.
it's a weird part that D&D doesn't do a good job of tackling, where you do things like, what if your character's a mute? Does that mean you can't do verbal components?
Yeah. Pretty much.
I mean,
It,
it depends on how realistic you want the game. If,
Yeah.
if like the DM in the party, you're like, we're fine with this, like, not talking magic caster having a workaround for it, or like, no, if they're going to be a mute, they can't use the verb.
No, I am totally fine with you saying I can't cast a spell at anything past 30 feet if I need to see them.
My spell is left punch and right punch.
Because this caster has an intelligence of 10. So
it's all about the buffs.
Line of sight.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because it's like a paladin, except you don't get anything for having a casting stat in this. I mean, you can use it for other things.
Yep.
Like murder.
Lots. Okay, what am I...
So where to?
That's what I'm looking at.
We want to look at the alien.
Yeah, I was wanting to talk to the alien.
Talk to the alien.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that...
Jedi mind tricks. You can't do them though.
The major...
You don't know Dave, Groundrunner.
I'm going to say the major left some stuff for you too that she didn't take with her. Her
a lot of heavy clothing.
Electronics kit, her 3 mechanics kits, her 3 batteries.
I'll take the electronics kit.
3 mechanics kits. What's the major going to wipe her ass with now?
And a rad hypo.
Okay, give me a second. Red hypo.
Yeah, I want to see if they've got a good descriptor for extrasensory. You're able to discern detail of the world around you through means other than sight. You have blind sight up to 30 feet away. Okay. Mutation cost 8.
Any grenades?
Good stuff.
I already gave my grenades
So,
away.
So, Stephen, as the DM, would you say then that, like, the way they phrase that, do you think it sounds more like they're saying with your other senses combined, you kind of like figure out a way to do it, or is it like a sixth sense?
A sixth sense. Something else. And the easy answer for me would be something like, kind of your Daredevil-esque.
Magic echolocation. Well, not echolocation, but
psychic,
magic radar.
Kind of thinking of it like that. Something where I imagine it's based on your psychic potential.
So, the reason that she has this is, like, she was born blind, but, her family's, like, loaded, so...
Money will solve this problem.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh, there's this experimental gene treatment that can fix this. And it didn't work as...
It didn't work as specifically as described, but it kind of got.
Yeah, it like gave her that. It gave her a very hardy body, and it gave her the psionic potential.
Nice.
You said mechanics kit earlier. What other kit?
Electronics.
I do like that idea for like a character though, like a rich guy just like lounging in his like big fancy chair, drinking his wine, and like some kind of like butler runs in like, sir, there's a problem, and he just throws a wad of money at him.
Yeah. Well,
and that's basically like the
South part.
Yeah. Less hands-on Batman, but yes. Well, actually, that would kind of be like the old Batman from. Oh fuck! What's the comic? Terrible comic names. The one where he's super old and he fights Superman.
Batman.
Oh, that
Batman Beyond.
Return of the Dark Knight.
Yeah, that one. It makes the Bat family.
Oh god, I have so many issues with that because it was good for what it was, but every fucking person that wants to make a Batman movie wants to use that as inspiration.
Because fight Batman and Superman. That'll be good. Hold on, guys.
Yeah,
Calm the hell down.
I mean, also, if you Google what is the best Batman comic, that is the first one that pops up. So, like when everybody's like, I gotta make a movie about Batman. What is he like? Okay, he's like from this comic.
Oh, and that's the problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And one of the best comparisons for that fight I heard was from a movie critic on YouTube called Movie Bob, and he's like,
I like Movie Bob.
Yeah, he's like, they did the Superman Batman fight in Avengers. In Avengers, it was Thor versus Iron Man, and it took like 5 minutes.
We saw it.
And that's how you do that right, not make a whole fucking movie around it.
So
not wrong. So, just canonically, I'm going to say we'll set in the idea that you have a basically like 360-degree vision around you. You see generally in black and white, but when you focus on something, you get the color and the detail. And I think that's more so like a brain processing kind of thing, where it's like you're seeing extra, so it's coming in a little bit slower.
Yeah.
Not slower, lower quality. You're getting just the, what would it be?
The white
rods?
noise.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Oh, I forget what movie it was, but it had this thing where it like had the black and white image and like a pulse came out.
Yeah.
And it's like color followed that pulse for like a few.
Just a little, just a couple of seconds behind it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I'm imagining more of like a static kind of gray world around you, and then like whenever you're focused or looking at something, color kind of just starts bleeding out from that spot.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That way, we don't have to worry about, are you colorblind? And press the red button and all that. It can be fun, but I'm not going to volunteer anybody for that. Yeah,
The green wire.
I can't tell. I'm colorblind. They all look gray to me.
I like the idea of like they're just all green. Like just looking at it like, oh, if only I could see color, I could solve this problem.
The red wire. I got a plasma sword.
We'll just cut them off. Okay, so yeah. What's the first move then?
I like to talk to the alien.
Can you physically describe it again real quick?
Describe
like, what they look like?
Once you walk in there and see it, sure.
Oh, we haven't walked in.
No,
I went on
everybody's been standing around the table.
Sorry, I went on a
Chatting
potty
shit up.
break.
I'd like to go to it. So wherever
Yeah.
that is.
I want to see.
Over here in Brig. So cross through into there.
Could you get me right there? Thank you.
I want to go as well.
Okay. Calhoun followed. No.
Not
you
inside.
you were on the outside. That
Roger.
is the inside of the brig.
The monster
place
is already
you may
free.
or may not wish to be.
That means the monster's free. We're gonna have to roll initiative.
Does Frand want to come with?
I am sticking out with.
So that's a
Shadoom.
yes. Such a nice model.
He was
Oh
the
God! I
fleshy person who kind of hang out with me.
Yeah.
I hope that Shadoom does not lead Friend into danger. Just because
You're friend is like you're like mom to Friend. First thing that Friend
You
saw,
produced Frand.
Friend has imprinted on you.
I mean, really, who?
I
who
leave
is
that
the-
up to the players to decide.
I mean, really, who is
That's
the teacher
weird.
and the student here?
That's a fair point. I don't know. That's why it's a fair point.
Yeah, I mean, the way to really look at it here is like Friend may be repeating what Shadoom says some of the times, but really Shadoom's the one looking at Friend being like, God,
What do you do?
He knows so much. He's so smart.
He always knows just what to say.
Yeah, when something's broken, instead of making it more broken, he fixes it. How does he do that?
It's magic.
So you approach the cell door. It's basically a very strong semi-opaque polymer that starts out with that dark gray color across it, making it completely opaque. Calhoun goes over and flips the slider up, and you watch as basically the glass between you and it becomes translucent, and you can see through. You're looking at what appears to be a 9-foot tall wolf creature that is just ridiculously muscular. You're noticing it has what seems to be some sort of I'm trying to think of a good way to describe it. Some of those ridiculous, and maybe not ridiculous, but some of those collared capes where they've got the metal ring around to actually hold the collar. You're basically seeing that, where it's got that metal collar around it, open in the front, and then it kind of heads out to the shoulders and seems to be strapped around the pit of the arms that way.
So not a beast.
That's like a Stargate
Yeah.
thingies where they covered with the helmets. Oh, that was so fucking cool at the time.
Good stuff.
So
Now
not
it
like
just looks bulky, but
not like an animal, but could
it,
be sentient.
yeah, when you look at it, you go, this has some the first impression is it looks like a wolf standing on its legs, but bigger.
Is he blue?
This one's white.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Just
as you
check.
start to look at it, you get more details. You start seeing the eyes don't look quite right. You're starting to pick up on weird little details where it's they don't have whiskers that dogs have or that canines have at all. They don't have. You're basically running through and finding they're missing bits and pieces where you'd be yeah, that's not a genetic match.
Why is he here? Why is he in the brig?
Because he can't be outside the brig.
We restrained him, and well, we're assuming him. We honestly can't be sure at this point. And
Why was he
dragged them in
restrained?
there.
Was he killing people?
Yes. Violently picking them up with the
Have you asked
hands,
him?
paws.
Have you asked him why he was killing people?
Here,
Yes.
let me demonstrate how that works. And I go over and
Well,
pick Friend
are you
up
in there?
And like,
Like you picked friend up.
yes.
Okay,
well,
what's
I
your
don't-
strength?
I
Just
don't-
to like, just to ask.
Well,
Okay.
I
I don't
know,
feel
but
good about
also
this.
just to ask.
Okay, so
were you
I got
in
an
there?
18 strength,
Mm-hmm.
but I can lift twice as much as somebody of that strength.
That's strength your
So,
talent.
so
So you basically like walk over, you do the
in there.
grab around the middle and just like lift friend up.
And then like, make a motion to throw him, but don't.
My
And it's
body
like,
is
it was
afraid.
like that.
Just for note, I pulled out the stun baton and that one just like, oh, okay, she's just fucking around, whatever. Stun baton is still out.
Please relax.
I wish I could, friend. I'm worried.
You need not worry for my safety.
This poor innocent child's going to get killed and I'm going to cry about it.
Have you not ran into people that have been mutated? This just could be a mutated person from the ship.
That's a possibility, but that would imply the aliens of that ship collected more than just this person, mutated them all in the exact same way, and then
There's
brought them
multiple
back.
of this guy?
Yes,
Oh.
we
What
have.
part of we have been fighting these?
Yes.
I'm sure she told you that.
We have 4 of them dead in the other, in case you happen to be a medical expert.
Oh, dead?
Yes.
What the insides look like? Still red and squishy?
We haven't cut any of them open.
They smell just as bad worse on the inside than they do the outside.
I mean, everything should smell worse on the inside. If it didn't, that'd be weird.
I'm just gonna like.
If you found something,
gaze
you
at
cut it
the
open and it
screenshot
smelled better, that'd
Okay.
be very weird.
And say,
It locks eyes with you. It notices your gaze.
Marvelous life form.
Yeah.
Research required.
Their medical officer that could do a fucking autopsy just jettisoned out the.
I'm gonna look at friend.
Oh yeah, I will show the wrist splits, opens up with a syringe.
Ah, you're a useful trash can. I'll remember that.
Surgical droid. People.
I want
You tell
to try to communicate with this life form, just like,
How?
well, so is this like this door
Sound.
Glass.
This is a ghost
Glass.
sound.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the glass?
There's a clear like panel off to the side of it that's got like a speaker and intercom system, a transmit lock button, those kind of things, where you can basically lock it into transmitting, so you can have a conversation without holding a button for the entire conversation. Those kind of things.
Is there like a tray that I can put something in there?
Yeah, they've got one of those like pseudo complicated like
concussion
open your
grenade.
side, put stuff in,
No.
close it, and
I'm
then the
gonna-
other side opens and
I'm
slots
gonna
that
take the purple banana
out. Okay.
that I've
You're gonna waste the purple banana?
That you've been holding.
that I've been holding this entire time,
Okay.
and slide it back in. So I don't know what you've had to deal with. You haven't hurt me or tried to hurt me. Why are you here?
But
I
here's a banana.
don't mean to fight. Here's banana. Here is food for you to eat as a sign of goodwill.
Okay, so
One mutated
I mean, the best thing would be if banana were
No,
processed.
no. Yeah, just-
When
potassium is my one weakness.
When you do that, a friend will point at you and will say, "What does this parasite do?" Beep boop.
Who are you asking? Are you like
I'm
addressing?
asking Shadoom,
Oh, okay.
pointing at him.
Pointing at Dave?
Why am I a parasite?
I mean, like, all parasites, eat food, live. It's annoying in general, like a lot of other things.
But yeah, trying to like get it trust me to see if it
Okay.
can.
Give me a intelligence check, or a
Please say xeno handling.
xeno
Yes!
handling. One or the other will work.
Oh my god, you started this shit here again?
Hey, that nat 20 though. So you quickly pick up on the fact that food pops over, immediately pays attention to that, goes over, checks it, goes through the classic like smelling it, trying to pick up on it. Basically rips it in half. Starts tasting bits of the outside, inside, finds the inside okay, works through that. All this time as you've been talking, doesn't pay you any attention.
So just for
They
context,
can't hear. Which means they probably can't speak either.
So just for
Hello.
context, we found this banana
Yes.
on level 4,
Uh-huh.
where all the mutated food is.
Yep.
Yes.
Just do something to it.
Can I roll?
I will be rolling in the background.
That's
Don't
what I
you
was saying. Can I roll for mutation?
No, it's my go. I get to roll.
Okay.
The DM gets to have fun too.
But I'm gonna say, it looks like he can't hear. So all the time you've been speaking to it, dumbass, it doesn't hear you.
Foot.
I hate it when mommy and daddy fight.
I love it.
But it looks like he can see us. So
Okay.
have we tried?
Dr. fucking Doolittle has spoken.
Beautiful.
So, find out what it wants.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, Calhoun just kind of gives you that look of like, I mean, you signed up for this. Good luck.
What I really want to do. Oh, it's gonna put my character's life in danger.
Do it.
That's his campaign.
Yep,
If it puts your
it's-
character's life in danger, you have to do it.
I mean, that's basically been everybody's MO except for the Major. Which now the Major's gone, so by default.
It's party time.
Does it put your life in danger?
Additional research required.
Yeah, I know, little buddy, friend.
So since you pulled off that natural 20, I'm also going to give you the idea. You've got 4 corpses you can either personally do an autopsy on to try to understand, or assist somebody else in doing an autopsy. And this is one where I will say, if you wanted to use medical and you wanted to use xeno handling, you can go either way with that. Where it's your xeno handling of, I understand xenobiology, let me walk you through what I'm looking for and what we find, or whether it's a surgical exploration and you're explaining what is being found.
Yeah, let's do that before we mess with the live one, so we know what we're going up against.
So we're standing over the bodies. Yeah?
No,
we're
so
going
you-
into another
Yeah,
room. I think.
so, you're in a
So we're just-
10 foot by 10 foot square. You've got one of those
So the bodies
plexiglass
are
doors on
there,
one side
not-
and another on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them started completely grayed out. One of them's been opened. Calhoun opens the other, and you see, 4 of them in there in
bodies.
various stages of. That one took a laser blast. That one got riddled by machine gun fire. That one just got burnt. Somebody had a flamethrower at some point. Yeah, where'd it go?
See that one broken in 2? I did that.
Friend, you wanna let's go through this and see research. Let's research these. They call me the cavalry.
You just start talking to him in memes.
I just look at you, look at the bodies, look at you, look at the bodies again, look at you, say, biological material, not salvageable. Beep boop.
We're not wanting to bring them back. We're wanting to learn more research about them.
Additional research required.
Yep.
Beep boop. And
So-
I will walk towards the bodies and start digging in, just severing the arms, kind of opening the chests up.
Yeah, just going through the
Just meat.
the hack and slash of I
Yep.
need to open this up. I'm
Mhm.
going to butterfly this wonderful
Yep.
arm
Just
here.
this
And
crack of bones.
Yeah. As you know, they,
I think
he,
thinks to the
robot
Easier.
physiology.
Whatever
I don't know.
Whatever suits you.
Robots can be
I'm
male
not
if they
gonna
want to
complain.
be male.
Okay.
We are not going to complain.
You don't have to spray paint a dong on the robot for it to be male. It can simply
Right.
wish to be male.
The robot in Fallout, that's like a boxy robot, and it's like,
So what
I am
we're
a
doing
powerful
here,
woman. Thank you very much.
medicine.
Exactly.
And then Xenotech too,
So you can either help, aka give them advantage by using it, or you can decide who you want to actually make the roll. Either way, I'm figuring
Advantage will be.
one person's health, one person's.
22. Beep, boop.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, just like a tiny jigsaw out of the wrists.
Very fine instrument. Does its work nicely. Okay, so you cut in, and you find immediately, like, blood's green. Green.
Okay.
You start working through a lot of the basics. You find there are no vocal cords at all. Neck is just tube for food. Still have a hell of a set of teeth on them. By the look of it, your guess is a carnivorous species, not omnivore.
Okay. Carnivorous species. Beep, boop.
Hence the teeth.
Blood green. Beep, boop. Does that tell me anything?
Is the blood acidic at all?
No.
Any unnatural characteristics?
You'd be able to pick up on some basics like it's...
Breathes air.
Yeah, still uses it. So instead of using like the hemoglobin that you've got, it's using something else. It's not as efficient in your atmospheres, so you can immediately tell poor blood oxygenation in this area. For them, you're guessing it'd probably be equivalent to being up on a tall mountain, not quite Everest, but they probably had to go through an acclimation process. They're probably suffering from muscle degeneration, and as you've like torn into them, there's a lot of muscle to go around. That being said, brain's quite a bit bigger than the human brain.
I was just about to make that comment. How's the brain looking?
Quite a bit bigger. You actually follow some of the structure back and find the kind of ear structures that it has. Not for hearing, it's for heat radiation. Literally, yeah.
So my question is here,
Well done.
and this is like we're diving in like a deep understanding of the
biology,
biology of this creature. Do I think they're more superior than humans?
Are you going to go rogue on us?
It depends on how you classify superiority.
Like,
if you're looking at
the
it,
structure looks like that is a better, like, survivability.
On paper, would they survive
On
better?
paper, yeah.
pros and cons. So you're looking at like from all the environments you've encountered, from all the human environments you've encountered, because of the lack of blood oxidation that they'd have, far worse. If they were in a different climate, a different setting, that kind of stuff, they could definitely be an apex species wherever they're from, similar to how humanity is. You're looking at it as like physically, if they're at their best, yes, they can outmatch a human, physically speaking. Mentally, looking at the size of a brain, no idea.
Dolphins are a bigger brain than...
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't mean anything.
This is kind of metagaming since I'm not smart enough to know this, but with the muscle degeneration and the sheer amount of it suggests a higher gravity environment than what this is?
Yes. Yeah, not only that, but wherever they are, whatever they breathe, would definitely have a higher oxygen content, which seems a bit odd, admittedly. That, or it has something that helps it bind better to whatever it is in their blood. Again, you're probably guessing like a copper, maybe magnesium, something else, some other metal.
I want to, with these large wolf-like creatures. How many of them? 4?
4.
I'm gonna take.
One's been completely burnt. One has been bisected. One has now been not flayed, but properly autopsied.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey,
fully open.
I'm gonna take.
They do smell better on the outside.
Yeah, I bet.
Mm-hmm. That's for free.
Both canines from each.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna put them on
the belt,
on a necklace.
Okay.
So
Put it back in
because of my role,
Stealing evidence.
Can I get a little bit of data on the weaknesses, so to say?
So right away, you can already tell because they're out of their environment, they're going to be less healthy in general.
Right.
In fact, what's currently perplexing you is if they are spacefaring, why don't they have any suits?
Mm-hmm.
They've showed up and it's basically like, imagine somebody climbed Everest and they're like, well, I got my parka on, I'm good to go. And they don't have like gloves or boots on.
Do they have those necklaces, neck pieces on them?
Yeah.
I want to investigate that.
Okay.
Because
now you're dealing with some technology.
Yeah, I can do that. I'm like, just beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. And then I'm like, huh.
This will be an analog tech roll.
Yeah, I can
Are
do
you
that.
capable of assisting?
I'm proficient in it, so.
Do that and I will assist you.
Cool. You have advantage then.
Yeah.
Let me arrange those for fun.
That is a 19.
19? Okay. Pop this thing open with some effort, probably some damage to the insides in the process, just because it seems to be really well designed.
Well, there's 3 more. We're good.
Yeah. You probably like completely destroyed one of them. Started with the one that was burnt.
Yeah,
Like,
good.
we'll start with this one. Figure out how to open it, and just like. Oops. Next one managed to pop that open a little bit more. You're looking at the insides of it, and you're seeing what can legitimately only be described as bioorganic circuitry. There's bits and pieces of this that are like pulsing. There's clear signs where it's like, this connects up to whoever's wearing it and basically leaches nutrients off of them to keep the collar alive. And as you've started to look in on this thing,
additional research required.
You got like from a technical standpoint, you have little idea what's going on, but you're pretty clear.
I'm tough.
Please relax and prepare for probing.
Don't probe me. By George, you are not gonna probe me.
So you can't tell like the intended functionality of some of this, but one thing becomes abundantly clear from just the physical design of it. The people wearing this didn't put it on willingly. It has what seems to be some very clear like tampering countermeasures that you definitely triggered attempting to remove it. And it seems to be pumping something back in through that feed tube.
I got this. Hey, Dominique.
You can try. I don't know how this is going to work, but you can try.
Hey,
stay still for ejection.
You are not ejecting anyone. Quit with that. And no probing either. Hey, we found some armor.
Thanks for helping. Beep boop.
Anytime. More research required.
That's a deception check.
Mm-hmm. She looks at you.
Gotta roll that deception.
And just like gives you a 14 intimidating stare.
That's fair. No, I can't use it against players.
Damn it.
Yep.
Damn it.
No PvP, man.
Deception?
Yep.
11.
Okay, so you give like the glare, and just there's that moment where it's like part of your facade breaks. It's not much, but it's enough to get you the tell of like, that's not fucking armor. What's that protecting?
Shadoom.
Whatever it is now.
But I will definitely give you, because she countered with intimidate instead of insight, you know the lie didn't work. You know she saw through it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I give you that for free.
Okay.
So what are we picking up is
So-
these are probably just like war beasts
Yeah.
with like
Yeah.
electric collars.
Yeah. Is this collar on the other?
Yep.
So who's controlling them?
I don't know.
Sorry, I forgot that one. Additional research required.
Yeah. I want to take this.
The biological aspect of the collar is still functioning. You just legitimately don't know what it does.
Yeah. I don't want to figure it out either. But I'm gonna go over, take it.
Back that and put it and give it to Calhoun.
Give me a second. And you take one of those. I got a plan for this one. There's two more.
Yeah, we'll take one that isn't broken, definitely. And she makes her way in and like clearly can see is trying to remove it from it. And there's that moment where something clearly has like tendrily attached into it and just pop and just it's that like sick feeling of it disconnects and then it's pulling what basically looks like I don't know, like spaghetti or what is very clearly some sort of nervous connection into it out after the actual like what looks like the physical pipe is disconnected. So whatever it is burrows deep.
What I wanted to do.
And I go to Calhoun and I say, do you know how much this would be worth if we could offer this technology to our foot soldiers? Who wouldn't buy that?
Have I been mishearing the conversation that's been having? We're talking about the zombie collar, right? The collar
Yeah.
that made them
It's
evil?
like
Yeah.
friend
no.
is standing to the side and it's like confused noises. It's like beep.
It's the dial-up modem noise.
Yeah. Well, I want to go. I want to go to this door
Okay.
and then like take my laser out and cut it in half, essentially.
Oh, in front of the beast.
Yeah.
So we'll
And
see.
yeah.
It has to roll intelligence save to see if we can understand this.
Give me insight. And it will roll insight as well to see if it can understand. You successfully managed to communicate.
Yeah. It's a 18.
Nothing. You communicate nothing to it.
No. It misunderstands. So,
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it sees that and you see like shake of the head. You
Trying
can
to cut
tell
my neck.
You can very clearly tell you communicated with it, but
the
you're not
wrong
sure
thing
what
didn't-
you communicated.
Okay.
And it very clearly like seems panic is the same facial expression across different species.
I'm gonna like put it away like no like I'm gonna put like my hand on the door and then the heart door heart
I love
trying
this. I love
everything.
This because, I love this because Alien. I want to picture that its heart is completely in a different place.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, even knowing where it is, there's still the question of like philosophically, do they believe the heart to be all that? Whew.
They believe the heart is the source of all evil.
The joy of an actual like, how would you handle first contact being a true nightmare when you think about it?
So,
I'm trying.
Realizes you tried to communicate something to it. She has no idea how it went.
Yep.
Other than probably badly.
Like there was clearly a response, but you're like, I don't know what it's trying. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you try to de-escalate, shall we say? I mean, I'll give you that for free. You're walking through the motions. You put the weapon away. Hand to glass to heart. You're not sure if it understands you, but like you can tell it's gone from like clearly worried, almost panicky, to just clearly worried because it's still in captivity. That sucks.
So
Do we let this?
can we hear me out? So as far as we know, this just so we're all clear and we're on the same page. So we investigated the body, right?
Yep.
We figured out that these beasts are like
Slaves.
probably like muscle with colors that either like shock or do something when they're not following the commands or whatever.
Yeah, commands of the hive mind.
Right. Or anything, right? But
Who knows?
But currently, what we just saw with you and communicating or trying to communicate with this creature, that it is taking information in, either if it understands it right or not. Meaning that probably nothing currently is giving orders to this creature or controlling it.
Yeah.
So, where are we going with that? Like, what's our assumption here? Like, is whatever controlling it just is not doing it, or there's no like Wi-Fi signal between the caller and whoever gives the orders?
Yeah.
Want to give me an intelligence check?
Yes, please.
Nice.
That will be 17.
17. So, thought processes, algorithms, genetic learning, that kind of stuff going on. Realization goes, yeah, those are two very clear possibilities. It doesn't have reception, or whoever's not speaking. There's also like a connection you make where you go, okay, if it's a slave and potentially a quote-unquote war slave or war soldier in that case, soldier slave, then there's also the possibility that until it disobeys orders, until it does what it's not supposed to do, it won't be punished. So somebody could still be watching, listening, controlling, or otherwise observing, but until there's a clear sign of they didn't kill the person they were supposed to kill, then they're good.
Right.
So there's a number of possibilities.
So I kind of like a rapid, fast talk, all this information to the whole group, just like basic read of this alien species and just like blah, 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 fast talk through the whole information. No. The boops and beeps go only after the whole.
It's punctuation.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. There's also two other things you get out of that. One, if it is a sentient species, the majority, you would assume, gain some way to communicate, be it sign language or otherwise.
Pheromones or whatever.
Yeah. So finding out what their form of communication is would be great. Would definitely accelerate this activity. Finally,
just a quick assumption. Do I think those heat organs could be part of their communication? Those like ears or something radiating or something heat?
Any physically controllable part of the body, yes.
Okay.
You can communicate through dance. You can communicate with your hands.
They wiggle their nose.
It could be an extraordinarily complicated process of nose wiggles. Who knows?
Maybe they can lower and raise their body temperature and just kind of like...
And see infrared.
Okay, and so there were 4 bodies that these two were dissecting. Yeah? 4 alien bodies?
There were 4 alien bodies, they dissected one.
What's the last thing?
Do we have
the last thing. You're still dealing with some sort of biological thing in the colony.
Right.
If you can determine what it's capable of, then you potentially have a way to disable it or remove that threat of whatever it's going to either pump into the system.
Do I think I can even do that? Because that's like some alchemy, surgical, like chemistry shit. It's not like I can just like.
It's something that would take you time, but there's multiple avenues. You can either try to figure out, can we just sever the connection, and is that good?
Right.
Do we need to come up with some sort of antidote? Is the poison stored in the tendrils? Does it have to be piped in? There's still a couple of things that you could potentially find out through dissection.
All right, I will take a probe of one of the thingies. Yep, just a very surgical. Fill up one of the glass syringes or something that I have on me, and I will just use downtime whenever we have a second to actually like dive into like this chemical kit that is, or like. Well, what you said, like I will just spend time researching like what's going on with it.
Okay, so you'll take one of the mantles and all the organs effectively connected to it. Okay.
All right. So since there are the 4 dead bodies, do we have some kind of estimate of how much damage it took to actually take one of these down?
Yeah, with the roll the two of you made, you've got a pretty good feel for it. You would put them as tougher than the cyber mutants you've been fighting. You would approximate, and this is some real like armchair science going on there, but probably two of those cyber mutants would be a match for one of these, and it would be relatively even.
Okay.
So tougher than what you've been fighting, but still defeatable. Yeah. As default, currently not tougher than you.
Okay.
So worst case scenario, I might try to tear you in half, but you can probably subdue it before it gets the chance to do that.
Let's embrace the core.
Yeah.
Or we can just leave and go up the level.
It's true.
Yeah, direct conflict. They're in the way.
Yeah, they're up there.
Additional research required.
They're in the way of the AI, the real enemy here.
Are they in the way?
Of the station is not an enemy.
Yes. We've been dealing with them. The initial wave came down
Felt
in
so
the
good
elevator,
about Friend for so long.
and then we've been holding off the occasional straggler. But it seems like they
Friend
seem
has
to
been
be either
slain by
entrenching or
Simon.
trying to make their way
Put
over
him
to
out of his
the
misery.
AI upstairs. We're not
Look,
100%
Cowboy,
sure.
I don't know what you think we've been fighting these things while waiting on your cavalry ass to get up here. But it means they're coming down.
All I know is you don't even know what you're fighting against.
What's your boss's opinion on this scenario?
What is what is Calhoun's opinion?
Well, if we can figure out what's going on, that does make it easier, but at the same time, we don't have the full medical lab at our disposal. It has been effectively jettisoned at the moment. Otherwise, I would say we drag these bodies down to research. We figure out what we can before we let our friend out of there But what we're looking at is a live specimen of a alien species.
Who is currently company property.
Exactly. The board is going to pay handsomely for this. So I would like to do everything in our power to make sure it does not expire.
So we leave it alone.
Until you know what you're doing, I agree.
Okay.
Other forms of communication are open, but at this point, I'm going to make it very clear this door will not open until both of us say it should open.
Okay. Shall we proceed up?
Direct assault.
So what's the next level? That will be 8th level, right?
The command deck. It's quite a bit smaller than the ones you've come across. It has basically a larger computer bank, some servers, and the AI core itself. The core itself, as you are well aware, has a man trap to get into it, with 2 living people required to activate it. There is no bypass for it. We can't pull the wall panels off unless we want to basically weld our way in from the outside. And that means we either need to secure the entire floor, or we need to be willing to send 1 person for the man trap, at least, 1 person to the right side and 1 person to the left side. Again, at least.
Describe
for
the man trap.
Yeah, is man trap that thing where it's like one side has to be occupied for the other side to be... one person has to go into one side for the other side to open up?
Kind of, but not exactly.
Okay.
A man trap is a heavy security design in which it basically is a door opens, you walk in, door closes.
Right.
Then security decides, do you pass? This is a 2-factor version of that, where there are 2 sides that go, yes, you may enter, yes, you may enter. If either of the sides go, nah, usually it's you're either stuck there, but since in this case you're heading into a relatively expensive bit of equipment, there's a good chance it may just try to murder you outright.
Okay, so it's essentially 2-sided lock. You need access from both locks to actually get in, and it will murder you if you don't have access.
Yep, and it can only be opened from one side.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So you have to leave people behind.
Right.
And so that is to get inside the box, which holds the actual AI.
Basically, yeah.
Do we have like a size for that then? Is that like a 1-person room that the AI is held in, or like what is it?
I can let you know that the man trap is capable of holding 2 people at a time. We'd usually have 2 technicians in there, keep an eye on each other whenever service needed to be done. Outside of that, it is heavily armed and defended by automated turrets that are directly connected to the core.
Where's the other technicians?
They left.
Probably dead.
They left.
So it's our job now.
I mean, really, we don't need a technician. We just need to blow it up.
And to even get inside, you're going to need to get through the man trap.
Required.
Do you know how expensive that is?
How else are we going to stop it? It's gone mad.
Simple. There is a master connection that we can disconnect. At the very least, I do agree there is some logic in the loss of property. However, I believe the black box, the recorder of the logs, is vital to understand what happened here so it can be prevented in the future. And she definitely shoots you a glance of plus some extra. Because understanding what happened here could be worth money.
I think I would say I think between me and my new friend over here.
You mean your boss?
No, I'm talking about this guy.
Oh, that one?
Friend.
Literally, a new friend.
I mean,
I suppose if you're being literal, yes.
Yeah. I think we can shut off the master connection.
That is, of course, if you can get in.
Agreed. Both of the computers that are responsible for opening that man trap are behind 2 layers of security. Well, that security could be breached and destroyed because, again, it has a direct connection to the core. It does not get routed through the security station on that deck. We would still need somebody who is capable of actually hacking into the system. I'm not sure if the lot of us are quite that capable.
Surgical precision. Beep boop.
Well, then maybe. I have my own codes to get in.
If those codes are still valid.
True. These are their own standalone systems, so they would have had to have been manually reset since this was going on. Your codes are more likely to be current and active since the percentage share that you have. That being said, that would mean the 2 of us would have to stay outside to let you in and then let you out. Which, of course, means if we let you in and you destroy the core, well, we may just not let you out. Just a fair warning. It is company property, after all.
And since I'm not going to lie to you, against my better judgment, this unshackled AI has been doing some pretty incredible things. So it's not impossible that our codes are no longer valid. And it's not impossible that they could get you in, but also flag you as a hostile.
It's true. Whoever we send in has to be able to defeat the 2 ceiling-mounted turrets in the control room, or in the AI core itself. So whoever 2 go in need weapons, because we know the core will try to destroy them.
AI malfunctioning. Not proven. Beep boop.
Do I have to worry about this one?
Potentially.
Fuck.
Is there a way where we can cut off the core from the AI?
The core is the AI. There's no way around it is the problem. The off button is right in there. It was built as a protective measure. The AI needs to be capable of protecting itself, self-preservation.
It's certainly taken that to heart.
It's taken it a little too far, yes. It has turned valuable employees into genetic experiments. I must admit it has succeeded in some respects. However, it has definitely worked outside of the company's expectations.
Mm-hmm. Definitely made some impressive foot soldiers.
Imagine what we could do if we could feed it regular animals and it brings those up to speed.
Definitely.
Then we don't have to worry about board ethics.
Or, if we were able to colonize this new alien species.
Potentially.
Yeah.
They're scaring me. I'm not on the same wavelength anymore.
My construction will.
Yeah, that's why this character is evil.
Mm-hmm. Board's in it for the money.
Yeah, I mean...
They face an ethics committee, but they're willing to be rather flexible. And I mean
they're aliens. They don't have human rights.
Exactly. And until they do, well, legally...
So, shall we...
Yeah, let's go up.
Yeah. I will ease your pain.
I hope so. Not in no bad way.
The awkward silence.
Yeah.
In the elevator. So you come here often? Okay. Yeah, let's just disconnect you guys.
I'm playing this character a little funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I took from the droid thing mimicry.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a Kenku, essentially.
Nice.
Yeah, no.
I can mimic sounds that I hear, including voices. A creature that hears whatever, like I can mimic the voices that you say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because a creature that hears the sounds you make can tell their imitations with a successful wisdom check, opposed by my charisma. My charisma is 8, -1. That's why I'm repeating the phrases, but still in my computer, like...
Computery voice.
Yeah.
The audio recreation isn't quite right. You just haven't
I
haven't realized that you're doing it wrong.
Right, I record it perfectly, but when it comes out, it's just not the same.
Oh, over it goes.
I mean, maybe I can trick something real dumb, but probably not you guys. Well,
I mean, sometimes you roll well and sometimes they don't, and that's all it takes. It's never try to explain the failings of your...
For purposes of this event currently, while we're in the elevator, I'm recording the elevator music.
Yeah, because there'll be very good surgery music later.
Yes.
I was about to say, we forgot to ask, but technically my character wouldn't have had this knowledge anyway. Do like Calhoun and whatnot know about the pirates that were on the ship?
Well, you would know.
You would have to ask.
Yeah. No, that's what I was saying. I forgot, but then I realized my character doesn't know that, so I couldn't have asked.
Yeah. That's
and,
true.
And therein
and I
lies
think
the problem.
I wonder if the pirates are going to be important, guys.
No one knows about it. None of us
The
know
major
about
knew
it.
about it.
Yeah.
But she
Got the hell out of Dodge, though.
Jettison.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I played her to a part where I think I was very satisfied with her.
Yeah.
And if you guys end up on Europa, you can decide to bring her back or not.
Yeah.
I leave that to you when we get down there.
Hey,
if we get down
Shadoom.
there.
What are you?
I am a meat popsicle.
Bostonite.
He's from Boston?
Boston. I mean,
He's
it's
got
like
that Bostonian accent.
what type of hero are you?
Hero.
Yeah.
Fast.
No, he's
Metagaming.
I'm player character. Shadoom.
Recording stuff.
Yeah. Right now I have friend, robot, smart, medic.
Street punk.
No, character class.
Yeah, but that's how he responds.
No, like, he's asking out of character, though.
No, it's fast.
Fast.
It's like, yeah, character. It's not fun.
Fast.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's not
Fast
but
what?
I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point.
Security?
Daredevil, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going Daredevil.
Fast Daredevil. Oh, hey, I'm sorry.
People like their notes.
I was-
Nothing wrong with
I
notes,
was just
man.
confused why you were asking.
Just wants to know. Wants to be in the know.
I just have player characters.
I like to record stuff too.
Dominique,
so that's part of it.
hoity-toity, strong battle mind. That is what my note says.
Why hoity-toity?
Oh yeah, try and call her Dominique.
Is that her name, right?
That's how she introduced herself.
I mean, that's true. Do you want to retcon that?
Actually, she didn't say her name. I said that Dominique comes out.
Didn't the Calhoun call her Dominique?
I thought Calhoun said
Yeah,
that.
that's no.
We would have to roll back the footage. I'm not 100% sure if she referred to her by name.
Because there was no like boss or mistress or whatever,
Definitely not mistress, no.
right?
But boss probably. Or not boss. Yeah, it's that weird
Majority
structure. Yeah.
Yeah, but
From her point of view, like she takes orders from the board. You have shares in the board. The board still makes decisions, though, but you have ownership. It's corporations
I
are
don't think
weird.
Calhoun ever said
Yeah.
the name. I think what you're thinking of is when she came in and she was like, "She's my bitch," and she's like, "No, I am this." Like she said her own name. She didn't say.
Yeah.
That sounds
think-
about right.
Yeah, I think that's how that went down. Yeah, so I don't think the name has officially been said yet.
That's probably true. Yeah.
But then at some point
just-
in the elevator, friend will this elevator music is playing. And just very very awkward, just sound of like servos in the neck hinge, just like twist and look at you. Say,
It's looking at me.
yeah.
It is indeed.
I will say a.
It's right here. It's looking at me.
I will say
Got a Ghostbuster vibes from that one.
I'm gonna say new user name required.
You will refer to me as Miss Dulage, and only Miss Dulage.
How'd you spell that?
Do large?
Dulage, I think. How'd you spell that?
It's
I will repeat. I will repeat yours.
capital
Miss
A-N-G-E.
A-N-G-E?
If you search in Google for how to pronounce this name, there will be a little video that comes up and it will pronounce the name for you.
D-E-A-N-G-E with a space?
No, it's D, capital D-E, space, capital L-A-N-G-E.
So,
Okay.
Do large. Do large.
The French pronunciation. What?
I'm gonna look at you and say name recorded.
Friend.
Dave.
I hate how these like never say the name. Come on.
trying to get Google to speak.
Yeah. Never wants to do
Enjoy
it right.
your day.
The following pronunciation is brought to you by pronouncenames.com.
Yeah, that.
Delaney.
That's
that's
U.S.
Drop my name in there.
That's U.S.
I'm just curious.
That is
Okay, well,
Pronouncenames.com.
Delaney is a real
Gennady?
American
should be the French one.
Yeah.
Delange.
Dulange. Yeah.
We had to jump through a lot of hoops to get that.
Just to make sure we get it right, yeah. I mean, you got to respect the language it comes from.
Okay.
How do you spell your name so we can
forget
try the
about
pronunciation?
Let's keep going.
Cool.
Okay, and now that we went through that whole process, like Shadoom will just like leaning against the wall, just be like, "Roger, boss bitch."
That works too.
Yep.
I mean, it's respectful in a way.
Us four and do large over here.
You're like a Texan, I know.
You know those testicles hanging between your legs? If you value keeping those, you will watch what you call me.
I so want to say something smart.
Is it
See
a
that?
character?
See,
But I don't wanna-
it works in video games, but that's because you have save load and you're
Right,
usual
right,
stronger
right,
than
right,
everybody else.
Right.
I mean, humans also just do that. Humans are sassy. Humans hate
Yeah.
each other.
But then sometimes they get like punched out or
Yeah, that
murdered.
happens. That's a real thing.
Like I would even say something,
And
in
that's why
character,
sometimes people are like,
but that's not even a critical
it's not
body
even,
part. Like for a medical droid, that will be like, well, he can
I mean,
still
you lost.
survive.
You're fine.
Even me,
It's totally.
You do that to cats and dogs anyway, so it makes sense to me.
It's fair turnabout,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
This is just, it's a cultural thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I can actually, see, like, you just do that.
Oh, yes,
Never
this
mind.
human thing.
Beep, boop, beep. Castrati.
Man, this elevator's taking forever.
Yeah, I know, right?
We've had like a million awkward eye stares at this point, just like.
Yeah, admittedly, I'm filling it out a bit more because you're aware of
Yeah,
what
yeah.
this floor is, but... And that way I don't have to try to explain what's where. You tend to know what's where. That's where one of you that actually fits and works.
Oh boy, robot terminals.
No,
Oh.
those are spacesuit racks. I don't know what you call them.
That was
Cabinets.
pretty damn hot.
There you go.
Decorative.
Sexy.
I need more doors.
Fuck off. We need more doors.
All right, so
So we can't build a space station, we don't have doors.
elevator ride up doesn't take too long, unlike the ride we actually experienced. Right there.
Tolls. Holy shit. Someone's gonna have to go back and get a shitload of dimes.
Door opens up, and there is a immediate smell accompanying it as well.
So when we stop a
Great.
smell, is it more like something decaying?
Yeah, a rancid sort of smell.
Like something's been dead in here.
For quite some time. Looking around, you can clearly see, splashes of this almost like greenish purple blood, as well as the classic human blood colors, ranging from still relatively red, still oxygenated, to very clearly been here a while. That almost purple that it gets.
Yeah. So what's Calhoun? Where are we at?
Calhoun with us?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
She
shit.
has
Oh, nice.
She's
Oh,
coming with you
but
now.
For the key, right.
Yep.
Right. Nice.
She has
Not only do you need her for the key, but it is also your job to keep her safe.
Yeah.
There's nowhere else for that to happen.
Oh
on
yeah,
the
right.
station
There's
at this
literally
point
no
in
one
time.
else on the station that we know of.
Yep.
That's a real easy thing to get because we kind of just flew over it real quick. Yep. But I mean, yeah, keep the game moving. Keep the game moving.
Yep. Well, I mean, everybody's off it. So.
You know what I'm gonna do? I have a flechette pistol ammo, not pistol. So I will give ammo to Calhoun, and I will say, "Take this and protect yourself, friend." Beep, boop.
Does she have any weapons on her?
Yeah, you've noticed she's got a flechette pistol at her side, so she takes the ammo, belts it, and just kind of gives you a
3
nod.
cartridges,
Nice. Yeah.
or whatever the
Yeah,
equivalent
magazines.
was in magazines.
Hey,
Good looking out, friend.
Calhoun, would you like a level up weapon?
Now you're gonna kiss up the boss.
A rifle of sorts?
No, I'm good. Remember, it's your job to keep me safe, and honestly, I'm really only trained in these things.
Okay.
So that is the cheap and cheesy way of me saying, you have to do the damage.
Hey, thought I would help.
Offer.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. Doors slide open. Find, again, as mentioned, always nasty.
Yeah.
I will just step out first in the corridor and do pretty much like a 360 scan. Life forces, anything moving. If I
Wait,
see
you can do that?
immediate danger,
Here?
just
Give me a perception check, sure. Check that hallway.
He doesn't perceive shit.
Sounds great.
No.
Sounds amazing. Way to go.
No threat coming from land forces detected. Beep, boop. And I will step back in the elevator.
I'm gonna walk out. Thank you. And me boss, where are we headed? What's on this level? What information can you give me?
All right, here's the basics. Here is the man trap.
Ah.
Man trap.
Mm-hmm.
To get access, we need to access 2 different computer terminals. One over here and another over here. Mm-hmm. Once somebody enters, they will have 30 seconds to use the computers, enter the proper passcode, and then the doors will open. Failure to do so, it'll liquidate anybody inside. That being said, any physical attempts to breach or damage while inside the man trap will automatically trigger those features. These are separate from the AI. They are a standalone system. They work off simple acoustic sensors for gunshots, thermal for any sort of heat or fire damage, laser, plasma, and the like. And it goes over a small array of chemical sensors to make sure nobody's melting their way through. The time limit prevents anybody from legitimately hacking or physically bypassing through the door. Yes, you can breach through those, not fast enough. That's what we're looking at.
That is...
So you said that they're separate from AI turrets, or like that man trap is separate from AI?
Yes.
It's just standalone system.
Yes, as a way to prevent the AI,
Right.
if it does go rogue,
Right.
from
Well, so
keeping everyone out.
Can we cut that
so to
system?
speak.
Right. That was my next question.
It's doable, but it would have to be done from the outside.
Like where we're at.
No. Outside the station.
Outside the station.
No.
There's service accesses there, and even those are relatively well defended by turrets, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
That being said, it can also be viewed from the inside, old physical viewing from different platforms, just as a way to make sure nobody tries to find a way around when this is staffed. Since we're not staffed at the moment, it solves that problem.
What are in these other areas?
Other areas, you're looking at mostly computers that run and maintain facilities, direct access to some of the ship's functionality. A lot of the reporting, a lot of the data storage is done here. That being said, the airlock over there has a hard connection to the alien spacecraft at the moment. They either adapted a connection or happened to line up perfectly. But either way, they've been using that to board. It seems quiet for the moment, though. The AI does have control over that airlock.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's part of the reason why it hasn't let anybody else in. It's running out of soldiers on this deck. We've been doing our job.
Oh, good. Good job. We've been doing ours as well.
Excellent.
I don't know, but I'm gonna look at friend over here. Be like, do you want to check out the computer?
Additional research required.
I agree.
Which computer?
Does it specify which systems lead to what?
Oh, you mean like the
Yeah,
access computer banks? So you can make your way in there and look if you would like to.
I would love to.
Okay, cool. Please roll initiative.
Great.
Fucking course.
That's
Did you beat me?
Depends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
nice. Oh, shite.
Ooh.
What'd you roll?
Ass.
As much ass as mine?
A literal butt.
Mm-hmm.
So you rolled a 3, huh?
No, I rolled
Shadoom.
Uh-oh, I got 16.
Friend.
4.
Excellent. Dave.
10.
What are you complaining about?
Seriously.
Dominique.
6.
Interesting.
Well, the
Still
wolf
good,
people has a surprise round. That's great.
Well, not an actual surprise round. Mechanically speaking, not a surprise round. But one of them does go before Shadoom. But only one. Okay. So let's get some spacing here. Because this is... that's why. Tilting up with it. So you open the door.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That puts you in front.
Yeah, and I was next to him.
Okay, we'll put you over there.
Sure.
I'll go on the other side.
You have your cool gun anymore?
This one. Right.
Yeah.
No. It was... So, I am armed.
Yeah, right, that's cool.
But it was just because Shadoom... I just dropped the gun. Shadoom is like, take this and protect yourself. And he gave me the shotgun.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
You are properly equipped for combat.
Right.
So many doors on this level.
It's a shit ton of doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's almost all of them, thankfully.
Listen, space stations run on doors.
Right.
Right.
Or do the doors run the space station?
Both. Well,
This is acceptable.
yeah. Have you seen that short... no, wait, it wasn't a short story. It was an animation. Was it an animation based on the story? Yeah, it's
One or the other.
Yeah, it was like a little thing about a a door in a space station. Like it had an artificial intelligence, and so like the whole little story is just like the artificial intelligence being narrating what it's doing, and so like the whole thing it starts off with it's like I control the door.
It's day-to-day.
Yeah, like I control the door. I open it so people can go through. And so it's setting up the beginning as if it's got a very boring, unimportant job, and then as the little story goes on, it just kind of explains how it's a door to outside to space. So it works. So through this little story, it eventually gets to the end where it's my job is to keep the space out to keep the humans alive. My job is very important. It's just a cute little story.
There we go. Cool. Let's see if I can hunt that down one of these days. Okay, they're up first. Just sees you coming. You see there's this just immediate move towards you. Give me an insight check if you want.
Oh, yeah. That's a 19.
Okay, cool. How do you feel about something that is coming over to try to murder you but looks like there's regret in their face and sorrow?
Well, knowing with the I will not have my sword turned on yet.
Fool.
Stop.
Like it's coming. Just the
You're gonna
punch
lose
is
that
coming.
hand.
Well, I can take a punch.
Yeah, it's.
You say punch and then plasma sword comes out.
So you get the
I need another
thrill
die
of
for
killing
damage.
him, but also the guilt.
Well, assuming you do attempt to kill it, but just to preface you with that, lethal attempts here are going to probably be harder for you, just because they don't want to do this.
Good thing you made
Yeah, they really don't want to do this.
insight roll.
Oh yeah, wow. Okay, I think your AC is good enough. Yeah, so swing comes out and just you manage to duck right as it flies above your head. It is strong motion. There's a bit of a follow through. They kind of bump and stumble with you a bit, and then back up and take that second swing. That'll do though. 24.
Just as a quick note, is our chit chat for pretty much an hour at the command deck was a short rest at any point?
No.
We were constantly doing things.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yep. You have to, for the most part, declare you're taking a short rest because we don't want to do anything for 30 minutes, hour.
Cool.
Okay. More dice. Dice are the answer.
Always what you want to hear.
Always need more dice.
Means fun's coming.
Yeah, I'm glad I have a tough hero.
That's good. 2 whites. Ooh, nice. Okay. 10 bludgeoning damage.
And so it's halved to 5. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll let you. So they don't want to hurt us. They don't want to hurt us. Don't kill them. Knock them down, but don't kill them.
Yeah, it certainly seemed like they didn't want to hurt you.
I mean, it's crowded over there. What's going on with this door over here?
Oh shit!
We'll find out.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, you walk over.
Doesn't have the black light, does it?
You check. It does have the black light.
Not gonna
Thank
touch
you
it.
for checking in combat. Yeah, you can see solid black.
Ooh, look, such a pretty... No
bad touch.
What about
Okay.
this one?
That one's fine. That's this level. You're actually getting yellow here.
Open button.
Okay. Slides open. Gun turret in the corner.
Yay!
Eyes you.
Do it.
It's going to pop a reaction off.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that'll do. I'm guessing what their gun turret's like +5. I think it's +5. There it is. Yeah, +5 to hit. So that's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, I'll hit.
Cool. And yes. Need one more D. This one cycles through to shotgun pellet rounds. Mm-hmm. Oof. And apparently got a pretty damn good shot off at you. Mm-hmm. What's their damage bonus? +2. Okay, 15 piercing damage.
Burn the reaction to half it.
Good idea.
What the hell are you doing over there?
Fart! Anything else, Shadoom? Opening doors is a use item action, so
if
basically you get one.
Yeah, so
but you get that one.
Whoops. So does it have an angle on any of my allies over here?
No, it's in the corner. It's got you and probably the two sides of the door next to you.
Okay, so that was 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
You're gonna leave it open?
40, 45, 50. And then I still have my bonus action, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so 5, 10. And does that door have the black light?
Nope.
Pop it open.
You are out of
right. I can
Yep.
do it. I am my
get the
turn.
one item interact.
I am my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, the alien ship is on that side. If things come from that direction, the turret should shoot at it too.
There's some logic there, actually, yeah. If the aliens show up, it's going to shoot them too. Dave! At least it's not a squid.
Yes, that's true.
It could always be a squid.
Dominique,
I don't want to. Moral dilemma here.
Yeah, that's why I moved away.
I'm going to.
The best answer with politics is to not engage.
I can equip pick up a weapon without.
Yep. That is your item interact action. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to take the shotgun.
Okay.
Which I had the riot rounds.
Yep. Those can do non-lethal.
Yep. And so I'm gonna do so.
Okay. Are you single, double, triple?
Remind me how that works again.
So each extra ammo you use adds an extra die of damage. So singular die. So if you want to do a lot of damage very quickly,
yeah, that's
it's
what
a
I
way
wanted.
to go.
That's what
But it
do.
uses that one additional ammo.
Yeah.
Yep. If you're going for the triple, then that's 2 extra shots.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
I mean, you might as well use it eventually.
Extra
right?
shots or extra damage die?
It's 1 ammo per die,
Yeah.
and you can spend 2 ammo extra.
Yeah, that sucks.
So base 2d6.
So if I were to triple barrel, do I roll 3 dice to attack? 4. Or
No. You die roll is still the same for your 2 hits.
just 1 hit?
Damage, you add an extra die on.
Okay, I got it.
Yep.
So yeah.
Although that's not a bad idea. More pellets more likely to hit.
Right. That's what I'm like.
That is a good idea.
That's not a bad idea.
I think it's a very good idea.
But we're not going to implement it now.
You've got fortune.
Right.
Okay.
After you get off the station, I'll consider.
Okay.
Pardon.
Cool.
And somebody made a modification or
Hey,
something.
we've played so far.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
cool. Worst case scenario, you re-roll or you start with advantage, your choice.
We got working mechanics. We don't need to change them.
That might be a good option. Like, you either do extra damage or you get advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's
you
not a
have
bad
to
trade for
decide
ammo.
before you
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any like
That'll hit.
rogue sneak
23.
attack with any of these characters? There isn't, right?
I don't think so.
Because like if
Yeah,
there
that
was,
definitely
that would be a really easy way to take advantage of sneak attack, and that would get too crazy too fast.
Yeah,
Three.
that's true.
7, 11.
Well, I mean, you're not multiplying your sneak attack.
No, but you're still adding all the sneak attack die to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hey, was
Like,
it?
it's a lot of
It's
damage.
2d6 originally plus dex, right?
Yes.
So
But the trade-off that you have to spend an action to get another
13.
pellet in there.
Okay.
points of
I mean, you're burning through ammo faster.
damage, but
Yeah.
non-lethal.
Way faster.
Marked.
I guess it depends on the companion then. If ammo was plentiful or if it was scarce.
Yep. That's
Uh,
pretty fair.
and I
It's
can't
like the
move.
Steven game. It's scarce.
It starts scarce and then it opens up.
Yeah.
After you get
I'm-
past the survival aspects of things, yeah, it's
I'm
A lot of
You
us
stop
didn't
caring.
survive.
true.
does it knock her back or anything?
Solid hit,
Say the movie.
triple like that. Yeah, stumbles a bit, back to the feet, up. Like a normal person would have been knocked on their ass. You're looking at somebody who, after you remember like the weight, almost coming up to like half a ton. Yeah, shotgun shells aren't going to move it. It's more so its physical reaction to it.
Okay.
Yep.
I will hang out in the front of the door so I can take a beating.
Cool. Friend.
Yes. Friend will say.
Friend computer.
Friend will say. Give me a second. Language barrier is a problem here.
That's fair.
Normal.
Yeah, common. I will say.
Always happy to trade.
I will turn to you and say, permission to deliver damage required.
Leave.
Authorized lethal force would be a fancy
Authorized-
technical way to put it.
Uh,
Authorized lethal force.
Damage.
Very like police.
Damage,
feel,
not kill.
admittedly.
Authorize
We'll
lethal.
swap those guys out.
Non-lethal engagement.
Lethal
Yeah, there you go.
That would be the way I think Dave would want to phrase it.
force. Authorize lethal force.
Well, I mean, I don't know how Dave actually talks, but what he's trying to get across.
Damage, no kill.
Just a
Not a dog.
just a very settled on the triple barrel. And yeah, like not even holding ammo, just like all of it in there. So
You can do up to effectively 2 extra.
I
On top
have
of it.
2 attacks per turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I do 2
Ah,
attacks.
crap. I
Yep.
didn't do 2
Oh, you didn't do the
attacks.
second attack. We'll get it
So,
next time.
2 attacks, and I will do.
Well, I mean, you'd have to reload the gun anyway. So you
Triple
couldn't do a gun.
barrel
You
on
couldn't
both
do
of
a
them.
gun second attack.
Yep.
So that will be like
You-
all my ammo.
Yeah, it's
the whole
literally
thing.
empty.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
Let's do.
Cool.
First one, that will be a 20, dirty 20.
That works.
And I do, so 2d10 plus 2 normally, and I add another d10 for each extra.
Yep.
Okay.
So 2 extra on top of that. You're using the lethal rounds here?
Yes.
That's
Yep.
all. That's what he gave me.
All right.
Oh, fuck.
So
Friend
that's,
does good.
21 on the first attack.
Okay.
The second attack will be flip one of those motherfuckers.
Do it. In them.
11.
11 will miss.
Okay, so that means that I expand ammo anyway, but the creature dodges it.
Yep.
All right.
So the extra shells, like the room is now littered with. I think you're using like military slugs.
Oh,
so it's just like, who
was designed for tanks.
You're gonna need to get that arm serviced after this.
Friend is fine. Friend's tough.
Yeah.
We love Friend.
Yeah, but the machines have a limit. Room has gotten kind of like scattershotted a bit. Give me just a d20 roll.
Oh, yeah,
Just
sure.
for the amount of fire going through here. 5? Okay, so good bit of them have collected along the back wall. Keep that in mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Space.
Dominique?
Okay, so I can like enter his space and attack, right? As long as I don't end my turn there.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I'm like push
Authorize the
the
lethal
elbow him
force.
out of the way. Is like out of the way, pussy. And I'm going to attack recklessly.
Okay. Gain advantage.
That's not great.
Wait, we have the ability to reckless? Oh,
I do.
Yeah.
So that's 15.
15 hits.
Okay.
They are effectively unarmored. Big damage.
Not great.
Did 11? 11 didn't hit, right?
11 didn't hit.
So that is 25 plasma damage, whatever that is.
Okay.
That'd be fire, wouldn't it?
Yeah, fire. Sliced and cut down.
So it was like 10 to move into the square.
Yeah, 10 to move through allied spaces.
So I got another 25 left. Can I get to the second one?
So that'd be 10,
Probably
15,
not.
Well,
20,
I think so, yeah.
25, 30.
So
You
from
do
where
have
you
a
are,
move of 30.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, you're good. Because starting here from the attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So 5 for the door, 10, 15, 20.
Which then with the 10 from before would be 30.
I got a movement of 35.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
And so
So I mean, you can even be there if you'd rather prefer.
second attack.
Okay.
So that would definitely hit.
On the table.
16, 20, 27, 32.
Nice. Yeah, solid hit.
And as a bonus action, I get to shove it.
Nice.
That's only a 10.
Okay. It will resist. Yeah, natural 20. It resists.
It resists so much it gets free HP.
No.
But if I do
Good try.
successfully shove, it takes 5 damage.
Nice. Okay. It's up next. It's going to attempt to sweep the leg first. So counter with athletics or acrobatics, if you would please.
Not good. 13.
Yeah, 22? 22, I think. So drops you prone and then basically goes in for an elbow.
Oh, so
I mean,
it has advantage, although it already had advantage.
Yep. All right, I need to flip one for that grapple. My bad. There you go.
The people's elbow.
Yeah. Okay. I'll probably do 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Probably 22. Might not have mathed correctly. Either way. For 10 bludgeoning damage, they roll pretty stable like that.
From the corridor, we hear, think positive.
Just the font of positivity. Shadoom! Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I forget. Did that turret back there? Was that bullet or laser?
Shotgun.
Shotgun. Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
hit
now I
you with
remember.
pellets.
Yeah, now I remember. That'd be great if an alien would come through there. And opening the door in front of me.
Okay. Opens up. Yet again, you are met with another turret in the room.
Yay!
I mean, it's
Eventually we're going to have to go that way.
It's
and
true.
another way,
It's better
but-
to know now than
He's
to be
exploring.
surprised.
it's going to get its one-off
Yeah.
surprise because it does like to do interrupts. 9 will probably miss.
Yeah. I mean, does it want to flip a button?
Nah, you've got reactions. You're fine.
I see what you did there.
What? What'd I do?
No, you're doing good.
Yeah.
Up next. Still your turn.
Yeah. What about... Okay, so the door behind me, is it black, buddy?
Nope, it's green.
I mean, oh, wait. I can only one
action.
Yeah, you could use your action to open it.
Burn an action, though. Wow.
Yeah.
Seems like a waste.
What else are you going to do with it?
I mean, attack the turret, maybe?
That's an
You can do
option.
that.
Sure, I'm not doing nothing.
I like how it was... Yeah, there we go.
Again,
How back and forth that way.
Oh,
It's a community experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The laser rapier. 22, I think. Yeah, 22. No, wait, actually, 23.
That works. You're good.
I like to know what I actually rolled. Makes me feel good. Alright, and I am two-handing it, so that is D8s. Disappointing D8s. So that is 8 damage? Yeah, 8 total damage.
Okay.
From plasma rapier, so it's fire if that matters, I think.
Okay.
And then extra attack. I cannot forget about the extra attack, so yeah, same thing.
You said 7 damage?
8 fire damage.
8
fire damage.
Gotcha. Things I need to record properly.
24 did.
That'll do. Grind out that damage.
That's better. 15 total damage.
Okay. Yay, my favorite type of math. Got it. Done and done. 2 solid hits.
Yep, and
Anything else?
I mean, okay, so it got a free attack on me when I opened the door. That's because I was surprised.
That was
Its reaction. Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically a see something, shoot something reaction.
Okay, so all right. I'll use my bonus action to move back out and just get behind cover.
Cool. All right, Dave.
I'm gonna look at friend. I'm gonna get down next to the phone. I'm gonna say heal.
I wanted to focus on that a little bit because I'm going through some ethical problems. Right? As a droid, I was built to heal, protect life forms.
Hippocratic
so
oath.
to say. But then...
So what I was gonna do kind of told me because we were holding the armory for 3 days against Android, modified
cyborg
mutants. So I'm
you gotta go crazy with it.
right. But then I learned about this new life form. I'm going through some stuff. So
yeah, no.
Think of that shit.
Yeah, no. I am down. I don't care about this fuck or this other person.
Right.
I saw its eyes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be down the ground with the laser sword to get the bracer off of it and heal, heal her, it, them, whatever the wolfie is.
Oh, that's a good point.
How dead is it?
Well, no, I'm thinking along the lines of
in turn order.
Yeah, but in terms of would you have figured out if they have a sex or not from that discovery?
Oh, yeah, that one. Okay.
I'm gonna go with no because you weren't looking for it.
Yeah.
Not important
Just,
information for the
just
moment.
simplicity. Yeah. For simplicity's sake.
But I want to. I'll tell him heal, and I'm going to use my action to try to laser rapier that thing off of it.
Okay.
Safely.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Knock one head off.
Yeah. Run it as a regular attack. It's how precise you are with this, how well you know it.
24. Actually, that's a crit on the rapier.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
Roll that damage. Let's see if it's good enough.
Surgical precision.
That's a 13.
And you doubled the dice.
Yeah.
That's great.
13, 14,
Oh,
20.
yeah, I was forgetting to roll my.
Reason why are you using two different
Dice.
sizes of die then?
I thought you did. I saw like
Huh?
4
Why are
dice
you
over
using
there.
two
It
different
was
sets of die if you
48
doubled
for
it?
the
Force
But I have
and
to roll
cryo.
2d6
Okay,
for-
gotcha.
Oh, I thought it said
20,
3d8 for the weapon.
3d8, yeah.
You said if I hold it with two hands, I get 4.
32.
No, it becomes the next die up. It becomes a d10.
Oh!
3d10.
Yeah, sorry.
I know
32.
My bad.
40.
On that one.
1.
That's
And
better than.
45 points of damage.
45? Yeah. The perfect cut. You hit that, and then. God, I'm trying to think how. Yeah. Not only do you hit that, you like grab a hold of whatever's like is effectively slid in there, pull that, and just burn it as it's coming out.
Okay. And so I'm gonna try to like if it's bleeding out, try to compress its wounds. Try to wait till
Okay.
friend makes friends.
Gotcha. Friend?
Yeah. I'm gonna say authorized. I learned the word.
It is a usually not used word in English.
Authorized medical attention on the alien life form.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right.
Authorize that shit.
So yeah, I'm gonna use my ability then. Patch up basic injuries. When applied to a creature, the creature regains the number of hit points equal to the number of rolled medical die and my wisdom modifier. So let's see how that goes. So I'm trying to patch up the beast that so that will be a 7 hit points back.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say, shit. I didn't come prepared. That never happened to me before. A friend will say,
I swear this has never happened.
no, never happened before. A friend will say, low cartridge, refill required.
Nice.
Okay.
It's out of Healy juice.
I don't have any heals anymore for today. Just a heads up.
The healing is over.
Mr. DM, find a way for me to say that in a cool way. Like, that my heal juice is gone.
I've lost my mojo.
No. Close, but no.
No. Something with like,
I'd go
running
along the
low,
lines.
containers are empty.
Yeah.
How would Mother say it? How would Mother say it?
Ooh.
Oh no! What do we use for the medical beds?
Oh yeah.
Because they use cartridges.
Yeah.
I would assume I have some kind of like similar technology.
Yeah. Similar like
Use the
self-repair,
thing.
self-refilling stuff.
Yeah.
It'd end up being the lazy answer would be something like literally a medical cartridge, or
I'll think about it.
yeah.
I'll think about it.
I don't have a better name than that at the moment, admittedly.
Because I don't need to refill it. It comes back after like a long rest. I just
yeah, and that can be like nanomachines. They're pulling things out of the air and turning it into yada yada.
Right.
Because science.
I'll think about it.
It's good.
And I'm gonna yell over to you, by the way. Don't you dare kill
Don't kill Bessie. I love that cow.
Wolfie.
All right. Up next, Dominique. I guess report for friend. You can tell it's breathing. It seems stable, and the collar has been removed from it.
Okay, I will say, I'll call you boss bitch.
I'm
boss
confused,
bitch
but
accepted.
go on.
Okay, so I get up and attack recklessly again.
Okay. Oh yeah, they would have had advantage. Yeah. Forgot about that.
No, you took advantage because you knocked me down.
Yeah. So actually, I didn't need to flip one of these. Cool.
Well,
because I rolled the first one with advantage, and
well,
I was.
it was a trip. So does that follow the same rules?
That's a valid question. I don't know because it is considered a special attack because it falls under grapple. But it's run as a skill check, so it is confusing.
But it's
Yeah.
attacked.
It's a special attack.
You're the
It's
DM.
weird.
Just
Yeah.
make a fucking rule.
Any way you want to run it, I'm fine.
Right.
Yeah. We'll leave it as so you guys can enjoy grappling somebody when no. That's actually a good point. Grappling somebody when they're down, I don't think you should really get any advantage.
Okay.
A lot of grappling is you are both down and grappling.
So
I think of it as wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's 17.
Okay, that will hit.
Mm, 17, 21, 26 fire damage.
All right, done and down.
And can I coup de grace this thing?
Was the second attack?
I mean, you can effectively make another attack with advantage. The irony of rules is written, though. But go on.
If he hadn't said anything, I would have said, yeah, maybe these things are more useful to me alive. But just because he said that,
You're willing to lose profit.
I just hear the swings there and back, and I'll just point and say to you, major threat to a safe life form functioning.
Yes, affirmative.
so that's another 25 damage.
Okay, so
Authorize lethal force.
that'll be marked as 2 failed saves then.
Affirmative.
I almost critted on that.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Shotgun turret 1 is still doing fine. Shotgun turret 2 has you at an angle. So it's going to try that shot.
Sure.
So feel free to add 5 to your AC.
All right.
Probably going to whiff. Rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
Fair.
Shit.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Here comes the shotgun damage.
Just gonna go ahead and say now I'm gonna burn my reaction to half it.
That's a good idea. Need more of these, but I'm just going to roll twice. 5 and 3.
So 8,
2 and 5.
7, so 15. Yeah, 15.
Yep. Plus 2. 17.
All right. So then half is
8.
Yeah.
There you go. Takes its first shot. Manages to just catch you in the worst possible way. Second shot, whiffs.
Pardon.
All right, Shadoom. The turrets are mocking you.
Yeah. Okay, from where I'm standing, okay, so door to my left and door to my right here, do either of them have the black button showing?
Nope. This one, yeah, wouldn't as well.
Alright.
So both
Because that
yellow and yellow. Yeah, this is the man trap.
Alright, I mean, I'll just continue what I did last turn. I'll go in and swing at it. Uh, 20 something to hit, so.
Yep.
$17 damage.
Okay.
That's
Easy
with
math
a
on that
laser
one.
rapier?
Yeah. Extra attack. So that's
Just organizing.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try. It probably won't work, but I'm going to try and use my adrenaline to buff it up a little
I
bit.
want to do something maybe going against party.
So is that fortune or?
No, this.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Cool.
No, that's not much.
What's your total?
It's
Always
14.
worth checking.
It's 14, correct? Yeah, it's 14.
Close, but no cigar.
Dang.
Yep.
Alright.
Off the metal. Anything else?
I mean,
This door
you can
next
do
to it.
it. But that back wall.
Can I see the
is
button on
already
that door?
taking
Does it look
some
good?
shotgun.
Yeah, it looks good.
Oh, I know.
Okay, then I'll step over and open it if I can.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Wow, these are building nicely.
That was in the back of my head the entire.
Another turret!
Yep. No,
Yes!
Door
Rose
opens. This is a ceiling-mounted flamethrower.
Oh!
Shit.
It spots you and line of fire
Do
right
it.
at you. Please make a dexterity save.
I
Damage.
would love to. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm resistant to fire damage, so it's half no matter what.
Yep. So it's good you poked around here.
Yep, 19 on the save.
Oh, okay. So half damage.
So quarter damage.
Nice.
Holy shit. You're like a beast.
T6.
He's good at taking out these traps, admittedly. I cannot fault him in that respect. There you go.
Beautiful
10,
numbers.
15. So that's 7 and then 3. 3? 3 fire damage. Oh.
Noted. Okay, so now, using the bonus action dash, get all the way back here, so I should be out of range of fire. And so if there's still enough like free or whatever in my turn, just yell out to everybody, 1 turret down there, 2 turrets back here.
Cool.
And you immediately hear, "You will be docked for all destruction of company property."
Can't dock the corpse.
I plan to die, thank you.
Yeah, like seriously,
Thanks.
Shadoom thinks this is a suicide mission. He was fine with dying to get revenge because he
not
thought
too
he was going to
far
die
off.
no matter what.
Alright.
Do not argue with that logic.
An evil.
I'm gonna look at.
Sound odd.
Friend.
enough.
Do you still have the concussion grenade?
You do know that if you throw that in there, it's going to suck us both out in space.
Not if I close the door.
No, me and the other one.
Oh, the other one. Well,
Plus the one you healed.
I'm taking the one I healed in my
Okay,
action.
that's-
What are you doing? So
Because
that's old
He's
table
doing
talk.
PvP.
Because that's going to be a strength check. Like I said, these things are like
Yeah.
a half to a
Breathing
quarter ton
unconscious.
between.
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I can do that.
Heavy motherfucker.
What do you do?
With a strength of 10.
Yeah. I want to take Wolfie right here, since he's already dead and not coming back.
Oh, and
I'm going to flip one of those, BT.
for what?
So to
Drag.
To be able to drag.
yeah,
Okay.
which isn't directly against any character.
It's true, but it is your action.
And,
Yep,
and you're
that
burning
is
a
your
fortune.
Yep.
Have you
I
flipped
am
yet?
not yet.
Okay. And you're taking advantage, so.
Yep.
Burning a fortune for roleplay. What have we come to?
Oh well, it's going to
And
lead
that's
to
that's
another.
the goal, right?
Welcome to Robbie.
You're welcome.
That's
Okay,
a 1
okay.
to 17.
Okay, for a moment there I thought they were both ones, but I was ready
17.
to laugh so hard.
Could I talk you into being athletic?
No, this is pure strength.
Just
Okay.
It's not
Lift.
about
Do you even lift?
running or
Yeah.
climbing. It is about do you even lift, bro? Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna try to. Do I succeed in pulling him in?
You can get underneath the shoulders, do some heavy lifting and dragging, and pull him into the hallway. Yes.
So as a bonus action, I'm going to prepare an action, like or a move. So my hand's gonna be on the door, and I'm gonna say, throw a concussion grenade, and point to where the pellets are.
Talking about moral quandaries.
That's PvP.
Yeah.
No matter how you want to phrase it, that's PvP. And that is...
And that is legitimate moral quandaries for the robot who's just like, yeah, but stopping
No,
violence is
yeah,
different
no,
from
yeah.
murder to stop
Right.
violence.
I mean, you say that.
Your boss, because
Um,
he probably is company property, so they're
Good chance of that, yeah.
Yeah, so
Not that the boss would necessarily mean anything to him. He seems to be heavily modified.
I just like
if not
I mean, there's probably some programming kicking around in
for my thing. It was just
like
blatantly
directive for do not oppose.
Right. Disregard.
Usually, yeah, they've got a lot of those.
You wouldn't then respond by disregarding her life.
It will be like the response you get from me will be just like my visor just turns to in the room, turn to you, in the room, turn to you. So it's like
just confused.
Yep. Running some back programs.
And just heating up.
Yeah.
Well, it's your turn.
Yeah.
Ah, wonderful.
Friend
Shit.
is up.
So. Yeah, this is tough.
It is.
Yeah,
So, from the droid's point of view.
From my perspective, I saw two sides of the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
They life forms, us, or you life forms. We opened the door, they life forms attacked us. You killed one of them, and then you life forms asked me to heal one of them. Then, next move, we life forms go in and kill they life forms.
Just start saying A and B; it'll be easier.
Right? So there is like clear like error programming.
Dude,
this robot fights colonialism.
Do not commute.
Roll an intelligence save or use the self-destruct.
Just auto shut down.
Oh yeah, the core is still attached to the space station now. We go back to plan and blow it all up.
What I'm gonna do is
it got harder when it technically
it's being
physically
held on.
It's technically connected.
All right.
So
does
you
Calhoun hear his plan?
Oh yeah, what's
I mean, you undoubtedly.
She's been taking cover in the elevator. She's not going to get involved unless it's clear, like, this is actual life or death.
These guys are trying to.
Yeah, but does she hear his plan?
Okay,
he clearly stated
there was no plan. There was just like throw a grenade over there,
and I'm sure she can suss that out.
Yeah, but also reminder, she's on the side of the board.
Right.
You being a major shareholder is great and all, but.
No,
there's no benefit either way. She's supposed to be the will of the board. She's supposed to be what the board wants. If
I found a reasoning for my next action. So because I
just pulls the concussion grenade and holds it.
No. There is no concussion grenade at all.
Cool.
Because I actually smart enough to remember the previous conversation where the plan was to go to the man trap, and we need keys from both Calhoun and Miss Doularge. So
the French are weeping right now.
Listen, it's a machine. It's stuck on English.
Oh God.
So there is
it's stuck on
just a second of consideration of a concussion grenade, and then just like the shotgun starts reloading. Reload the shotgun and turn to you, Dave, and say additional research required. Beep boop. So
okay.
Reloading will take an action.
Yep.
I will walk then as I am reloading the shotgun. I will walk towards Shadoom.
Okay.
And I will say, how do you look? Like, do you look roughed up?
Caught a whiff of fire and what? 2 shotgun shells?
Yeah, but I mean, I like half, all of that at the very least. But yeah, I mean, like, if you're talking, like, the sheer numbers, I'm not bloodied. If you're talking more, like,
yeah,
how he physically looks,
bloody.
he doesn't look that bad. Like,
All right.
he might be a little singed.
But yeah, I was about to say, a couple
Alright.
cinch marks, you know.
Yeah, like,
No eyebrows anymore.
Definitely some
Alright.
like
oh, no, the eyebrows are glowing.
Shotgun
So even if the
hits,
hair is
pellet
gone, they
hits.
still glow there.
Because I heard shotgun shells and the flamethrower and everything, and I walked towards you and just like give you this like scan from top to bottom, just like zzz,
Am I
up
looking
and
for
down,
Am I looking?
and then I'm gonna say, "Shit,
Yeah.
enjoy your day."
it's bad, but I can't do anything. Okay, Dominique.
All right, so
Oh,
I'm gonna use.
did you even hear me?
Yes, I heard you.
I assume so, unless you specifically said you whispered, which I don't think.
No, you
As,
did not.
as I walk away, you're like with a finger on the button.
Any second.
Yeah, in a second.
So I'm going to use a bonus action to give myself advantage on any strength, ability check, or saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Strength.
That's what
That's
the
a good
character
one.
suffers with. Like, I
So
don't
I'm going to
have
use it
anything
to
bonus action.
drag
Really?
this body out of this room.
Okay.
You're dragging a body that you coup de grace out of a fucking room.
Yes.
Okay. Go on.
So let's see how I do on that. Oh, 218. So
Solid.
that's that's a 16. So anyway, it's still a 22.
Yeah. Managed to get a pretty good pull.
Unless I can use athletics for this, which I
Nope.
don't think I can.
It is a raw check of your strength.
So I drag it past him, and I was like, good thinking keeping one alive, but we don't need two alive. They'll make good specimens. And I throw the body in the elevator with Galton
Okay.
and say, keep an eye on that.
I don't think he's getting up. All right.
It's still company property. Keep an eye on it.
Of course. It's not like it's going anyway.
And, I'd say that probably used all my movement, so I'll do anything else.
Okay. Nobody's in range of gun turrets.
Yay.
Shadoom. You back up.
Yeah. Okay, so
If you want to leave combat, that can be an option, and it's as simple as closing doors.
yeah, but what about this door? Yeah, I believe you already
That's
said
the
that.
man
That's the man trap, yeah.
Right.
That door will open,
Yeah, but we have.
but once
like,
somebody's inside, it
limited
will
time.
not open.
Yeah.
All right.
So it is not a good place to duck into. For
So
So, a question. It has some sensors and stuff, and it tracking life form. What if I step in? Like, do we know anything about? Like, if I just.
it's a valid question. Do you want to give me a tech roll on your turn? We can do that.
Yeah. Let's. Is that what I was actually thinking about?
That's a good thought.
Didn't we have to go in that room anyway? The room with the terminal over here?
Not
Yeah.
detecting just biological.
Here
life
and here are required to operate the man trap. So these are the two to operate it.
But that means that.
Okay, then I presume that our current task is to eliminate
outside.
turrets. So
Again.
I'm gonna go back towards this one.
Okay. As you approach, it's gonna
Do
get
it.
the shot off. Probably whiff horribly. Yeah, it looks like a 11.
And that one hit, but I mean, you got black on the board if you want to spend it.
I do have a lot. I might as well, right?
And go for it.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Hey, that's getting better. How do you feel about 16?
Yeah, that's my armor class, so that'll hit.
Hey. Roll MD8. Pellet gun. 8 piercing.
I'll go ahead and burn the reaction to have it.
Okay. Reaction down.
Alright, and swinging at it with laser rifle.
Swinging a blow.
Yeah, flip it white. Fair is fair.
Fair turnabout. Yeah.
Are you just like buying yourself advantage on your turn?
Sure.
Hey, if it works, right?
24.
That'll do.
True.
Yeah.
Smart man. You learn from him.
You gotta spend it to use it.
13 damage.
I
Nice.
would buy this shit in our game.
And then extra attack.
Okay. It looks like it's barely holding together at this point.
More than 20, so hits, yes.
All right, hits and drops.
Nice.
It has 1 hit point left.
Oh, okay.
You were guaranteed to drop it.
Okay, then, so I'll shout so the hallway can hear. Flamethrower over here still. Shotgun back there. And,
Dave.
Yeah, I can't do anything else. Yeah, I'm just...
I'm gonna go with the computer.
Okay.
Huh?
That was the reason why we went over here in the first place.
Was to check out a computer.
Oh, that's the computer?
Yeah.
I thought those two are...
Well, they are...
Those are for the man trap, yeah.
Oh, I see.
This is just station computer. What are you interested in learning?
What is this computer controlling? Whether it be...
It's a general control console for the entire station. So it's about as close to admin access as you're looking at.
Okay, I'd love to take down security measures on the upstairs floors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pipe in there, turn it off. A
Okay,
couple moments later, turns back on.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can turn off and disconnect it?
Not digitally.
It's not about
physically,
switch.
yes.
That's what I would love to do.
Yep, that will be finding the actual communication, which is not in these rooms. It's probably somewhere in the floorboards around here. Or not around where you are, but around this deck. That being said, the easy way is get in here and pull the master switch. Hey, it can't touch anything anymore. But, yeah.
Great.
Yup.
Cool. Okay, well, do I have enough movement to go and check this door out?
I think that
what's
one was
your
black.
move?
Was this one black?
No, the other side was.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Do you think I have enough movement for that?
5, 10, 15...
How much move do you have?
I'm a human.
So base, you can get back to where you started, I think.
Yeah, because
It's
you...
15. 1,
Where
2,
am I
3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's for 6 seconds, so it's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'm gonna do then. So, and then I'm gonna close the door.
Okay.
Just in case those shotguns.
Just in case things get spicy.
Yeah, I learned that lesson.
Yeah, so
Also, how's my new friend doing? Here, this is my old friend now.
It seems to be breathing. That's good.
Okay.
usually, yeah.
Usually a good sign.
Okay, so
That D4 roll. It always rolls high.
Never mind. I don't need
Don't
to
worry
know.
about it.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't need to know.
It's for when the evil cyborg Barry shows up.
Yeah. Shut up. 4 turns.
So I would like to. So this is the console that we need to
One of
get
two.
access
One of two.
here.
Mhm.
Where's the second one? Do we know?
Here.
Here.
So you have to go that way.
So we have to go through that turret.
You have to go through both turrets.
Wow.
That's exactly wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to tackle the problem head on.
Sometimes, yeah.
All right. Then that's what I'm gonna do.
Head on. Applied directly to the forehead.
Ah, old memes.
Ancient
Man.
memes. Decisions.
I mean,
Did you want to just spend your action doing
I
the
know I have.
thought process of, but what if I am in man trap?
Yeah, let's do that actually.
Thought experience.
Because end goal is to get out of the combat, so I can do it just like whatever.
Give me an analog tech roll.
Yeah, sure. Analog tech. 10. Like good, solid.
You happy with that?
10.
We do have some
I like-
proof.
I like where
Do-
you're
do
going.
it.
My
Do it.
analog is shit. Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah, if only
bad.
your partner could help you.
Hey, that's
natural
a
20.
nat 20.
See,
Alright.
see.
You stop and think through the process and go, well, majority of stations, whenever they employ robots or security droids, they're designed to just blend into the background. Stations like this don't have a lot of self-autonomous drones. The sensors that they're working with, they can pick up your heat, but they're not going to read biosigns. And because you got a natural 20, some file memory of station layout reminds you that, sometimes cleaning droids and whatnot are just sent in there and it's fine.
I am cool with that information, and I will. I will say. Ooh, what do I say?
I am the cavalry.
Yes, I will say. I will just tug on you and say they call me cavalry, and I point at the door because I don't want the AI, if it has ears, to know that I got that info. Syringe comes out.
Well, you definitely know,
It's
especially with that 20, that the AI has no control over the
Right.
Yep.
It's that BB-8 moment where he's
The
like
lighter.
a lighter. My version is a syringe.
Shadoom loves his robot buddy, but it'd be so fucking funny if you got in there, the AI, you like merge with the AI, so we have like Core Part 2.
Yeah. I'm actually thinking about it, and technically, like if I couldn't be able to kill the androids if I were to follow protocol to both protect humans and follow the AI instructions. So I think there is some kind of either malfunctioning with following that AI protocol. Like, because if I were to follow that protocol, I would be dodging every turret. I would be avoiding every confrontation with the AI and base structures. So I think that is the one thing. That's why I was in the basement, not working before you turned me on.
Your wireless wasn't on. You didn't get the latest update.
Right. didn't get the current update. Yep. Just a little too much human. More human than human. All right, and that is my turn.
Cool.
Point, and say cavalry. Let me in.
Dominique?
Okay, so what did I miss? So I know what.
Not a whole lot from the hallway. I think you left as Shadoom was starting.
Yeah.
Went in, fought, took out one of the turrets, notified everybody of shotgun over there, flamethrower over here. Moved on to Dave.
We figure out the computer cannot be turned off.
Yep. You accessed the central computer there.
Trying to turn off security, AI turned it back on a moment
Yeah,
later.
I was here for that.
Yep.
Okay.
Then after that, a lot of internal monologue.
Okay.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's the short version of it. I got a crit on how the man trap works and basically figured out, it doesn't care about robots. Like, it won't destroy him, and he heard something about, or knows something about, when cleaning droids go in there, there's no problems. Whether that means the doors just operate without keys, or whether that means they're just cycled through normally, unclear.
Take all your concussion grenades and just...
No. I'm just thinking that
You detect those.
when we're out of combat, I will need to slice into normal computer and just check for time when the cleaning droids go in, and just pick that time. Pretty much learn about what is the procedure of cleaning droids go in and out.
Yeah.
So
Know thy enemy. Know thy enemy.
Yeah.
Cleaning schedule.
Cleaning schedule.
So, do I have any idea about what the layout of this level is?
You know this, which is pretty much everything.
Yeah, this is a small level.
Yeah. It's mostly like computer servers and software and stuff like that.
But
A
I
lot
don't
of
know
crawl
what's
space.
back and behind the open doors.
They're usually basically clones of this layout. There are more terminals, more server banks. Basically there are 3 individual access rooms, so people of different clearance can pop in, use systems, activate stuff. Usually you've got a small crew kind of staffing this area, maintaining servers, somebody operating the actual computer proper. Depends on what the use of the room is at the time. But otherwise, it's almost like 3 individual conference rooms.
Okay, and that's this side, not the other side?
Other side is all dedicated to the AI core. There's basically the main interface, and then the rest is just literal circuitry.
So I'm talking about the doors that are open on that side. What's back that way?
Like behind here?
Yeah.
It's got usual security turrets defending in locations. That both of the computers are protected by first a layer of shotgun turrets, then second a layer of flamethrower turrets.
And those are the ones we need to get to open the man trap.
Yep. To get to the computers that are off the actual network and just have hardline connections to the man trap.
So we technically just on this level we just need to get rid of the turrets and then we're good. Mm-hmm. Like we can play with whatever and plan the strategy.
I mean, you do have a access hallway, a security station, and a medical station.
So yeah, the security station is my next to go.
Yeah.
So let's close the doors. Let's close the doors to get out of the combat.
Yeah, so that would probably be my thinking too. Let's not damage any more company property. Close the doors. Try to turn them off at the security station.
That's what
has been attempted, failed horribly.
Yeah. The
AI turned it back on.
Yep, immediately.
So, but that was in the security station, wasn't it?
It was the main computer.
Main computer. It has similar access.
Okay.
Security station would have a limited access. It's just going to be security systems on this deck, which, would be the 3 turrets there. But you also know those turrets, because they're associated with the core, tend to have that direct connection.
Okay.
So it's
digital tech is no longer.
It's got both. What you're getting is not that the AI goes through the computer system to access the turret. The AI goes right to the turret, and then your system goes to the turret through a different set of cables.
Okay.
Yep. So you basically get the status update of, it's back online again, ready to murder.
Is there a way for us to pretty much get out of the combat? Just close the doors.
Yeah, close the doors. You're good. Yep.
But I know we're probably not going to turn these turrets off, so it's better to destroy them.
Not without somebody, the only way you would know would be, again, either the perfect timing of turn it off and then somebody cuts the cable. You're good.
So we need to turn off and cut the cable.
At the same time, and that would be done per each one.
Yeah.
And by then, maybe the AI has a different idea.
Right.
And we
Maybe
would have
not.
to find the cables, because you said they weren't.
Yeah, they're not immediately visible from where you guys have been running around.
Fight. It's not a hard idea to wrap your.
I mean, if you want to, that's what I'm saying. But I'm not even running on fumes. Fumes are gone for healing for today.
So, can I get into the room over here and to the turret? Because I'm not sure how far away it is from me.
From where you are?
Oh yeah, you can definitely.
Yeah, you can definitely reach.
Okay, so I'm going to go in there.
Okay, it's going to get its reaction.
Free attack, yeah.
Yep. Attempting to shotgun you at close range. I might as well start using these.
On the table.
Yep, thank you. There we go. That'll probably do. 22.
Yes.
Okay.
Just barely.
Wow, weak on damage though. 7 piercing damage. Oh, the humanity.
Okay. Now I'm going to attack recklessly.
Okay.
So that is definitely not a 1 and definitely
That's good.
definitely 25.
Yeah, that'll do. Just barely.
Oh, it's not great.
Not too bad.
Let's see. 6, 12, 22 fire damage.
Got it.
Second attack. Or do you
Can I
use
push this thing?
No, I'm going to give you a clear. It's bolted to the ground.
mounted?
Yeah. It's,
You're strong, but not that strong.
yeah, that's fair. Even the aliens you've been fighting that are like muscle bound would probably have trouble pushing this thing over, or even tearing it out of the floor.
I mean, the only reason I asked is because my push does damage.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say you could definitely give it a roll in terms of like, can I physically damage it with a kick, in quotes?
Well, I do get advantage to break objects.
Hey, there you go. It's a weird
That will be-
line.
yeah.
I know,
Between a turret,
the
yeah.
mechanics are just weird.
It's weird on that one.
I'll just use it for something else.
That's fair, okay.
Yeah. So, second attack.
Slick path.
Oh, wow.
Oof.
Yeah, I'll flip one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a 26.
That'll do.
Let's see, I don't get that for the first attack.
First one's the big one. Oof.
$19 fire damage,
Okay.
and I'll pop that personal shield with
The
my
bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 temporary hit points returned. Okay. Back up to the top. Flamethrower turret. No enemy. Shotgun turret is going to level. Take the 2. We'll see how it goes. First shot, natural 1.
But you have so much black.
Nice. Yeah, at this point I might as well. Otherwise, a wonderfully low 16.
Yeah, I'm going to say no, because it
Pop
looks
that
like
shield.
it's going to hit it,
Mm-hmm.
but a magical shield appears,
Okay.
and it flips off.
Second shot is a 18.
18 does hit.
Okay. Still not rolling great on the damage. 8 piercing damage from that second shot, so barely, well, almost takes down the shield, but doesn't. Shadoom.
Going into the flamethrower.
Make the dex save.
I will. More than 20.
Okay.
Yeah, 25.
Core damage. Holy shit, that's a lot of fire
That
in
went a bit
there.
higher. 24, 12, 6.
Yep.
So do I see, well, no, probably not. Well, from this point, do I see the flame like hitting up to here, scorching this wall?
Flame is like licking out into that area.
Oh shit.
Alright, so now the attack with my rapier. 21?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you breach 20, it's a yep.
15. Yeah, 15 damage.
Okay.
And then extra attacks coming in. More than 20.
Yep.
Nice.
That's 18 damage.
Okay. Got it. Wow. Both of them are at the exact same amount of damage right now. Interesting.
Yep.
Dave,
And I'm gonna just stick with my same plan of going back to cover.
done and
Because
done.
why not?
Dave. You were a man of action.
Mm-hmm.
I am. Thing
Just
is,
finish the fight. Just finish.
just close the door.
Elevator going down.
Oh.
Well, the closest one's gonna be over here.
Yeah.
So I'll let you.
And they both already
Go
used
for
their
it.
reaction, so just.
Yep. I'll go right here.
Okay.
And boomerang.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So that's gonna
Yep.
be
You have at least a +2 by now.
Yep. That's going to be 14 points of fire damage. And actually, no, that's going to be 16 points of fire damage because +2.
Got
3
it.
points of cold.
3
and
cold.
3 force.
Just enough to put it down.
And then
Sparks out.
Well, shit. There's
Just too good.
And then it's flying back.
yeah. Like, your turn, friend. This one's done. And then my turn.
Okay, friend. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll walk towards the fire flamethrower
1, 2,
turret
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
just for a clear shot and load a triple barrel.
Okay.
And I know the triple barrel doesn't do much damage to the turrets, but I'll unload the whole thing.
All right. Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
Slidey smooth.
All right. 10. Ooh. 20. 31 damage. Yep.
Okay. And
Alright.
you can definitely tell it only takes half.
Yeah.
Is it 31?
31.
Okay.
So 15.
Got it. Still a sizable hit.
Second attack.
Okay.
Let's try it again. Same, unload the whole thing. Wow.
Another 18.
All right.
Solid.
Come on. 8. 16, 20. So another 10.
Another 10 is enough to put that flame turret down.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Dominique. Unless I don't think you have any bonus
So are
actions
we
left.
officially out of combat?
For the time being, yes, unless anybody's pushing towards here where there is known to be
Right.
one last flame
Another
turret.
flamethrower.
Yep. But one terminal's available.
So
So I guess, Dominique, do you want to keep going, or do you want to drop out of combat at this point?
Alright, how big is the room with the flamethrower?
It is a hallway. It is a 20-foot long hallway that hits your door here. And you know it is positioned right at the end of it, just for clean, easy burn.
And how far does the range on that?
Out to this wall.
I
So
can
it's
see
So pretty much,
Yeah,
you
it's-
step in and you get
It's
that. I mean,
yeah, it's basically a guaranteed hit, or
Yeah.
guaranteed that you will be caught in the flames if you open the door.
so if I open the door.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, mind you can like hit it from the side and get that cover bonus, which probably be like a +5 to your dex, but it's still going to be flames licking around the corner, that kind of stuff. Just very rarely does one die because of fire, but more so the lack of oxygen and other effects.
Is a dodge action here? at
It's
all?
an action.
So you can
Yeah.
take a dodge action as an action, and then open the door is technically part of your movement.
Your item interact, yeah.
Right. So you can like take a dodge action, and you know it's coming, so you will have advantage on your dex save.
Because of the dodge, yeah. That's true. Your call on that one, though. Because it is something where it's like, you know it's there. You know it's set up to see intruder, shoot.
Yeah. And then you can team it up with Dave to just take the turret down.
Somebody's or the AI's basically tweaked it to the maximum aggression settings, which is, that thing moved, burn it.
Right.
I'm just trying to figure out how far, if I can get a ranged attack where it can't hit me on its next turn.
Hiding around the corner, sure. But
Whoever opens the door will take a hit no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
got
it's
that.
already.
after that, it's up in the air. You're basically looking at a...
Basically, is its range 30 feet?
it's got an 80-foot range,
80 foot range?
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
technically speaking.
So, yeah, it goes straight through both ranges.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is a through and through burn,
This flamethrower is attacks. You cannot avoid it.
Right.
basically, yeah.
But
I
the
mean,
thing is that,
We have you, who is like nigh immune to fire, so it's like,
yeah,
of course,
I
throw
don't
fire
know
at it.
that,
Fine.
yeah,
That's true.
I have also sprung every turret though up to this point.
that's true.
It's true.
And survived.
Mm-hmm.
Friend is
So-
impressed.
For instance, that I'm bloodied now.
Oh shit!
It was tough, but I got it done.
Nice.
My sensors detect minor blood leak.
Just like 1 or 2.
1 or 2 blood.
Here's a Band-Aid.
Yes.
Oh no, Band-Aid. That's a brand. You would have
That's fair. Yeah, it's a medical plaster.
No, like the logo, bandage, trademark.
Yep. So you'd have to go with medical plaster instead. So thoughts, because opening the door, the way the settings have been tweaked from everything you've seen, it will catch you in the blast just because you're close enough to hitting the door.
It's up
Well,
to you.
any attack against it, if you stay there, it's
It's also going to roast, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not friendly to melee, admittedly.
yeah. So I'm gonna walk out of the room and delegate that somebody with ranged capabilities go ahead and take that out because we need to get in there.
It's a good plan. Okay. So I'll say we'll drop out of combat for now then.
Cool beans. Can we gather in the main hallway to discuss our just what's next? Because
Sure.
I hear no shots. Just people.
I mean, that puts it at, honestly, a pretty decent place to end it, too. We're getting close on time. Okay. So, gather back in the hallway. You see the large creature on the ground is stirring. It is clearly alive. It is currently not conscious. But you've taken down 3 of the turrets. You've got access to one of the computers, and even when you get inside here, you've got 2 more turrets to come up against that are specifically designed to protect the core. That being said, all you got to do is hit that core disconnect, and if somebody's at the computer over there, they can turn those turrets off. Not a problem.
Does she give us the knowledge of what kind of turrets?
Probably not.
Okay.
Yeah, because if they're
It's too
automatic-
minuscule a detail where you're like, why would I care
Right,
what specifically is being used to
What
defend the
Calhoun
AI
want?
core?
Just wanted to double check.
No. She was sent here to negotiate with the aliens. She's
Not
not
security.
as
Yeah.
not as well versed in the station security.
Would we know if there was a medical bed up in this level?
Yeah, you're familiar. You've
Isn't
got
it
a
connected to
medical
the
bay
AI
over
though?
here. Currently.
It's connected to the AI bed.
Yep.
Somebody
And
with the proper knowledge base could.
capabilities.
Do we even have any of those people anymore?
I think we do.
So I have a question actually for you, because I have this awesome, insane ability with my background,
yes.
and background never comes to play. And this is pretty fucking awesome. It's a feature,
Okay.
medical access. You have access to medical equipment that you might not otherwise be able to requisition, such as X-ray machines, medical labs. Additional, you can write prescriptions for various substances that are otherwise illegal to obtain. My question here is, can I use the med beds? Pretty much, can I use this feature to access med beds
Get the healing stuff out of them.
to get my healing dice, even at least one from there? Because we're technically using the same, again,
Yeah, same resources
technology.
there. Yeah.
Is there a way to, let's say, trade out percentage of the load of the...
I will give you because this is a background thing, I will give you a better deal than normal on recharging character abilities because this is specifically about treatment, medical stuff.
Right.
5% off whatever it has to recover it, instead of the usual 10% to recover character abilities on a long rest kind of thing.
That's cool. But what if I were to use the med bed to get my benefits back?
For the long rest, it's
Yeah.
still going to be 10% for
Oh,
everything.
so I can give benefits to other guys.
No. You gain the benefit of, I want my Healy dice
Right.
back. 5%.
That's
If
sexy.
if you want to reset any other longer ones,
Yeah.
10%. And you toss that in as well.
Sexy. I love that. All right.
Yep.
I will take that and actually make that note of that.
Can his character be healed like ours with the med beds?
Well, it is installing
In a way.
parts right?
They're capable of doing like cybernetic operations. I'm going to lean towards no on the med beds. But you do have the drone maintenance a floor down that definitely will be able to help you out in that way.
Cool.
Towel-looking guy.
Safe. Ow. Yeah. Oops.
So is there a plan moving forward?
So the plan is moving forward. Because I have pretty good digital tech.
Yeah, I have analog.
So my plan is,
those are the two days.
and I kind of wanted to roll it
Yep.
now before we end up, because it will depend on what's going to happen next. So my plan was to get into the consoles, and like we can't change any settings or tools, but I wanted to learn about protocols, how the maintenance droids get into the core.
Oh, yeah.
And then
You're in a safe enough spot. You can
Right,
run through,
right.
learn
So,
that.
my plan was not only to get the, schedules, how they go, if they need like a passcode, or like what's the readout on the, how do they do that?
How do they do
Just
the mojo?
step-by-step procedure. And more than that,
And try not to get hacked by the AI.
I mean, that's always a good idea.
I
right?
wanted to do
Okay, fine. Plug,
kind
you
of
need anything
like,
first.
No, I'm good.
yeah, I wanted it to be kind of like undertone, like, so AI will not pretty much see my Google feed.
History.
Yeah, history and yeah.
Yeah, so he wants to essentially go in ghost mode.
Yeah, ghost mode, and then check
Incognito.
through security
there you go,
drones.
incognito.
Can we do that? If it's not in ghost mode,
By design, no for ghost mode.
okay. Then I just want to see the whole procedure.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a roll.
Yeah,
Give me
I'll
a
do
digital
it
roll.
with advantage.
Sure.
Right.
Use that last one.
Oh
It's a 10 and a 1. I mean,
It's a
that could be
16.
worse. That's not
Can I
terrible.
roll one of those?
I mean, it's
You use
advantage.
use one fortune for advantage. So no.
16, like
Could-
good
could
solid
I-
16.
Could I help you at all?
So I already had. Well, yeah. If
So
he had assisted
you've
me,
walked
would it give me
through-
another 5?
No. So you've walked through the procedure.
Yep.
You're able to get the basics of it.
I mean, yeah, I'm getting basics. I'm not hacking into the whole
Yeah.
fucking AI
Yeah.
core.
It's clear there's obviously there's going to be a data trail of somebody accessed this data, and that might lead to what can I do about that? But as you're diving into it, not maintenance, cleaning droid for this level has a special set of codes which it uses to just bypass the man trap.
Do I know where the droid is?
Present time? No.
Is there like a map of?
But you do know it's on the network.
On the network?
so the AI
It's
has.
wireless. Yeah. So you know that the AI is at the very least aware of it, which likely means
So if you find it, it's gonna have guns on it. It's gonna shoot you.
it's probably hiding from.
I see.
So the game of cat and mouse begins. But who is the cat and who is the mouse?
I
The
think
AI is
that-
the cat. The AI is definitely the cat.
He's definitely a cat.
Yeah, and AI is
Cat-man, dude.
controlling like all the levels, so it could be like in the fucking first level in the core, just hanging out.
With all the tentacles.
hiding there amongst the tentacles,
Yeah.
as one does.
That's. I mean,
As-
there's
I mean,
no
would you
threat to.
would you
As
would
they
you
do.
want to chase a guy into a mask of tentacles? I wouldn't.
How excited are you to see
A massive tentacle.
Giselle again?
I don't know. It sounds a little like hentai porn down in the first level there.
Assumptions.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So
guarantee.
I gotta ask,
Yeah.
how was my character? I mean, it was It was fun.
Are you asking me or are you asking Dave?
I'm asking you because
I think we know what Dave thinks.
it was fun that you wanted to blow it out in space.
Mm-hmm.
That was fun for me. But
If I wasn't droid, you would be like orbiting the station now.
There would have been at least an attempt. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
We haven't had anybody attempt to breach the walls yet, so I'm not going to say it would happen, but you definitely know there's a high chance of that with these things.
I mean, that's.
I'm willing to tone it down. So,
Well,
I think-
and that's not what you want as your character, right?
I think there needs to be.
I mean,
like
I,
this is.
I like how I'm playing my character,
No.
but I want everybody to have fun.
Yeah.
So this is what we didn't have this conversation when I played Gabriel,
Yeah.
right? So he was an asshole for a reason,
Yeah.
and we didn't have a chance to explore why he was an asshole.
We killed him immediately.
So the thing is that there is a character development inside of group that needs to happen.
Mm-hmm.
There needs to be a time where
Respect or something is exchanged.
do large, yeah,
to
like
break
we'll
the-
consider
break the
like,
tension.
oh, well, we're not like, I'm not only like the owner of property here, like, I actually might die, where he will step in and say, or you can just realize like, well, I kind of need this fucks and I don't need to be like dicks to them to survive X, like, you know, like there needs to be that point of like turn point of story where it will be like, well, yeah, they are assholes, but there is a point to that,
Yeah.
right?
Well, the
and
thing
there's
is,
a turning point to that.
I
too.
can definitely see that happening with this character.
Right?
My standpoint just is like, okay, so for instance, like your character is like the boss, like they actually like own the shit that we're destroying.
Yeah.
So like when you're role playing and you're like,
Majority share.
yeah. Well, one thing I'm going broad,
Yeah, I got you.
broad strokes. When your character's being like, oh, you're gonna get fined for that and stuff like that. That's fun. That's just role play. But like, if there's ever a point where it's like somebody's trying to do something, like they're trying to roll for something, and you're like, I own that, and therefore I have some knowledge on it. I want to roll against that. That would be the point where I'd be like, okay, you're taking it too far because you're bringing your backstory directly into the mechanics to try and strong arm someone.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I hope I didn't do that.
Oh no! I'm just saying that would be the point where I as a player would be like, okay, I'm very uncomfortable in this.
You're
scenario.
setting the boundary of
Well,
like, whoa, why are you getting that?
So the thing with Dave was that like he was like his background is military.
It's the perfect crime.
But like, it was something that you know
It was a crime.
And the thing was like he did that as a for a job, and then he learned that it was not like that job was also taking other like he kind of had this kind of awakening of like holy shit, like they were innocent people. And so, like, it's kind of like...
God, they're killing them.
Right.
Yeah.
I love this. I actually love this interaction with, like, these creatures they don't want to fight. They're forced to.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I like the fact that we can have this conflicting opinion.
No, it's awesome.
No, they're people. No, they're property.
They're property. And this property is worth getting damaged because I don't like getting told off. Like that... That's a great way to like sell the character and really get that across. And then
I'm getting like a good payback.
legitimately, I also like the fact that like
There's too large.
even if you heard it, which I assume the character did, there was no retribution for it. It was just something like oh yeah, of course it's not going to listen to you. It's just it's almost like the ego there of like, I don't need to perform any retribution.
Right.
It'll come if you keep this up, is almost the mentality.
I actually really enjoy this, like...
Yeah, I was...
Human problems, or like life forms problems, and I'm like here, we're all like, those are all life forms.
We're all life forms, man. Yeah, I was a little worried when you're like, all right, I'm gonna roll, or I'm gonna use the bonus action for strength. I'm like, are you gonna like trip him or tackle him to the ground or something? Because, I mean, that would be a kind of a fair turnabout for somebody who almost attempted to murder you. But I think I like it better with just the, no, I'm dragging this thing back. Like,
yeah, and the thing for me was like, it's different than the monkeys in the fact that the monkeys like. They're
kind of assholes.
Yeah.
Well, like
just
they
flat
were
out.
they were going after you. There was no resolution. Like,
Right.
They want you dead. There can be no peace.
Yeah.
And here is a clear sentience or some kind of like. I mean, if you're talking dogs are sentient. They have emotions, so to say.
Yeah,
they show them.
Feel pain.
So
They feel pain, yeah, and the same with these guys.
There's a fun little thing to get into about like sentience versus sapience,
Right.
which
right.
she's egotistical of us, but yeah, I mean, I guess we're the only ones so far. But yeah, where it's like, where do you draw the line? What is the next step beyond a thinking being?
And so yeah, it was
Friend is a
nothing.
thinking being.
It was nothing as how you played the character. It was just the character itself.
It was too
going
good of
against-
an opportunity for like, yeah, in that moment of intense emotion,
No.
it's like,
In reality,
fucking
Sue dies
do it.
first. It's like if you just go to the movies, right,
Yeah.
and research the movies, Sue dies first.
Well,
which suit at this point?
depends on which movie you're watching.
Also true.
Well, not Hitman.
Huh?
Not Hitman.
No, I was talking. Never mind. I think Steven and I were on the same page.
There's somewhere they take a little bit longer. Somewhere they don't die.
Somewhere the token guys first to die.
It's always the black guy.
The personality that I based a lot of this
Sometimes
character
it's
around
secret.
was, I forget the character's name. I think it was Reese. It's the guy from Aliens.
Yeah, the company man from Aliens. Yep.
Because she
Yeah.
would be the kind of person that would
Oh, yeah.
put those fucking things in the room with you.
Yep. Be like, hey, we're just gonna send everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dominique is the type of person who'd be like, all right, three of you down to the reactor core. Then you come home. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, how you just mentioned that, like in the horror movie, the black guy always dies first. You know where that started. So,
I mean, I'm gonna guess blaxploitation films.
no, actually, well, I mean, so yeah,
In a way.
yeah. Okay, so just first off, like racism, like is a thing, was definitely worse before and stuff. So back when like. There was still that very clear divide of like white people were like black people are more animal than we the white people are,
Yeah.
and so this idea was like they were like stronger, almost like beasts. So the idea is in the horror movie, if the black guy is dying first, that means your beast, your strongest person, is dying immediately, and therefore the rest of you don't even stand a chance.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's actually
The old
Yeah,
racial
I
coding.
see the
Yeah.
points of view kind of like lining
Yeah,
up
it's
in
like
there.
yeah,
Don't
like
get me
a-
wrong. You can step through and understand why a Nazi did
Right,
something,
right.
and be like,
It's a-
okay, that makes sense, and not agree with it.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
and so like for obvious reasons, some people are uncomfortable like describing it like that. So some people take to the method of describing it as the first person that dies is the warrior, the strong one,
Yeah.
and then there's the knight, which like because once again stereotypes is the pretty like all American like sport guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the knight. He's not stronger than the warrior. He's just more noble in quotes.
Or does the fighting.
Yes.
And of course, George Romero turned that on its head. Whereas, if you're in one of his movies, you follow the black guy to stay alive.
Yep.
Which was kind of interesting because he kind of inverted it and landed the dead where the zombies did that.
Yeah. Some good ones.
Oh yeah. Also, I just wanted to mention like
Yes.
I don't know what either Steven and or the group's plan is after this like survival D&D game is done. But if everybody wants to try it, I'd be willing to run Sentinels of the Multiverse RPG.
I mean, I wouldn't mind like a one-off or something,
Yeah,
just to get a feel for it.
Yeah.
But
And if it's any good, we can maybe come back to it later if we want. It's
potentially,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
It's one where, admittedly, I'm not a huge fan of superhero stuff. It can be done in a way I enjoy it. I'm not going to say done right because everybody's got their own opinions on that. But yeah, most of the time I'm looking for a very specific experience if it's going to come out to be superhero.
Right. But yeah, like if that's something everybody's interested in, I can start trying to think up like what the one shot would be, and if you guys want to, I can give you the stuff to make your characters, or I can just make them for you if you describe to me what you want.
For me,
Yeah, you unfortunately likely will not be around when that happens.
I mean, if you're interested in trying it out, I can try and see if there's another day I can just throw a one shot for you and anybody else you can get together.
It's
Too busy?
depends, yeah.
Understandable.
Because
I have what 3 days a week going on.
Yeah.
I'm
Running web
cool to
games
try
is
it.
fun, man.
Yeah. I mean, like once again, like if like one thing
if
I
you
don't
ever
know.
want to do a roll 20, man.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, like I don't know if anybody else or Steven already has plans for what they want to do after this, but if everybody's still free on this day, I'm going to one shot once we're done with it, and if anybody has any ideas for what to do next, we still want to meet up for just meet up on Tuesdays to keep doing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always got like possibilities of either keeping this rolling in other forms, or I've got fucking PLA punk that's getting into stages where it can actually be tested. So yeah, I've got potential there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does definitely come down to like, hey, we still good? Do we want to add somebody once you leave? All those kind of questions.
Gone but not forgotten. I don't know. Is Jason ever going to be free for this? Because it seems like his schedule's come down.
Yeah, it's on the way down, but I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. All right, you need these.
Yes, it's true. Should be 10
No, this isn't gonna work, is it?
You
Yeah.
came so
Called
close.
it.
Physics supported you a little bit.
Did it really though?
It-
I mean, physics. What do they do but just drag you down to the ground?
no, that's gravity.
There's so many cool like stuff on Disney Plus. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they know how to sell it. I'll give them that.
Right?
I mean, really, when you have quote unquote infinite money to throw at something, like,
Yeah.
And what
Like-
bugs me is I looked at it and I'm like, they actually have good accessibility options.
yeah,
They let you go through and be like, hey, what size of subtitles do you want? What color do you want? And I think even, do you want a background color for the subtitles?
yeah.
So it's like,
I'm
everybody needs that.
just like slightly concerned that one company owns everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little too late for that. Like in all realism, like not, it's not a joke. It's too late for that. Really,
It's just like if you go,
It has a code. But
like
well, if you go out to eat anywhere, it's probably owned. There's probably one of two companies that owns it.
Yeah.
The Yum company owns almost everything.
everything.
Like
God.
what's the mother company of like all the
Yeah,
there
well,
are like 5 companies in the world that control like everything.
Yeah, Yum is like big things like KFC, Taco Bell, like all of those, and they're ran out of Louisville, but
It doesn't matter where
there's
you
still
go. You're giving money.
I think there's still a parent company to Yum. I think
Wow.
yeah, it's even like
it's
it's like.
yeah. We talk about this right now.
It's actually kind of funny if you look
like
at like
in-
Disney's like corporate tree, like
RPG
starting like
world,
at the
it's-
very top and like working
We're pretty
down.
much there.
Because once again, not joking, even though it sounds like I am. They literally have something everywhere. They have food, music, entertainment, like sports. Like if you can think it, they have some company. They have some like sub company somewhere making it, licensing it, or something along those lines.
That was both the coolest and one of the most frightening things about my old job in Mason City. Was the company I worked for was basically designing software for lawyers so they could see what companies were related to what other companies and by what relationship.
Like shell companies?
Yeah, and it's basically like, oh, cool, you get to see a little graph of this. And you pull way out, and it's like, oh, look, there's like 4 in the middle. Just 4. And everything else connects through that. And it's like, oh, God.
Yeah, that's
but
legitimately scary. It gives me anxiety.
Yeah, but also again, like it's a weird thing to talk about because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like a lawyer, like I'm not 100% clear on all this, but I mean, like as much as like in media and stuff we like to portray them as it, like corporations, just the mechanics of a corporation are not evil. The people who work at a corporation are not necessarily evil.
Yeah.
Well, by D&D standards, yes, they're selfish.
It's a machine.
Yeah. It is an ingenious machine to make a ton of money with as little effort as possible.
Yeah.
The problem is where this money is going.
Not evil.
That's what bothers me. Like that is why it's anxious, because like if I give money to local business, at least I kind of see like where it goes. In theory. Where it just leaks to the company. It's like we're giving money to like a guy who will just buy another island for himself.
Why the fuck not, right?
Well, it's just that's just like the weird. That's always the weird feeling I get when talking about like quote unquote corporations. Is like describing them like they're this like.
The problem isn't
for the
necessarily because it's evil. It's that it's amoral. It is without morals.
Yeah, and
as such, it does not need to listen to them. And that's the worrying part. Not that they don't listen to morality, but that they don't have to.
Yeah. And it's just that also
their compass is dollar signs in that.
Well, that's also just the thing that it's like. It's so like weird and stupid because it is a thing that does not exist pursuing an item that does not exist.
It's all conceptual.
Yeah,
we're really good at that.
Yeah, really, just the idea of like it rules the world. Really, it's impossible. But if everybody just literally said no, they can't, then there's something they can do about it because it's not real. It doesn't have any actual power. It just has the power you give it.
Its power comes in its tradition, in complacency, in people okay with the system. And admittedly, shocking that system is probably not going to happen in America for God knows how long.
If ever.